We've got the Lavington Panthers warming up towards the Hannah Street end inside 50, and the Wang Magpies are warming up and doing their run-throughs at the Wangaratta Road end. Looking forward to this. It will be a beauty. The Panthers up against the Magpies again. The Lavington Panthers coming to this one with a 6-8 win-loss record, sitting 6th on the table, and the Wang Magpies are on top of the tree with a 12-2 win-loss record as we hit round 15. Rightio, we're about to go to Dan Vaccaro, and Dan's going to tell us who we're going to be following on our 40-wing stat sheet today. Take it away, Dan.
Thanks, Luke. Try that again. Thanks, Luke. Doing it for 40 winks, and we'll go through Lavington Panthers. Jack Costello, we're taking his numbers back from a big stint in the VFL. Billy Glanville, Shawnee Driscoll, Harry Wilson, who's been in super form this year, one of the best young players in the game, Sam Stenning, and the brother of Billy, Jack Glanville. And for Wangaratta, we're doing Jackson Clark, Dan Sharrock, Squid Melville, Tyson Young, and Xavier Laverty. Lukey, very keen to watch these players.
Yeah, I like it, Dan. Rightio, we're about to cross down to ground level and catch up with Sky Burgess for Ava's Wangaratta. Down to you, Sky. What do you got?
It is an absolutely beautiful day for footy down here, Lukey. It's 15 degrees, the sun's out. The boys have just done the toss, so Wangaratta have won the toss, and they've opted to go the Hannah Street end of the ground to start with.
Great stuff, Sky. Very good. So Sean Driscoll making his way back towards the Panthers huddle. So too Sammy Stenning, and Jackson Clark back towards the Magpies. Rightio, Benny. How's this game going to start today in round 15? What are you looking for?
I'm looking to see if Lavington can bring the same sort of defensive pressure that they brought against Myrtleford. Like Schneid said, they want to try and take away those short kicking options for Wangaratta and more chaos. So that'll be my biggest watch today, Lukey.
Yeah, very good. This one coming to you live through 102.1 Edge FM. Our other broadcast game today is between North Albury and Yarrawonga. You can catch that one on 1494 to AY. This is O&M Live. Again, Benny Tallarico, Dan Vaccaro, Sky Burgess and Luke Francis with you. Rightio, so the Panthers in for one last huddle. Again, at the Hannah Street end, Billy Glanville. Gee, the Glanville brothers, Dan, they're just so good to watch. They're siren-to-siren football players. They never say die.
No.
And you've got both Billy and Jack on your stat sheet today.
Yeah, I love watching them. They're probably my favourite brothers in the O&M, to be honest. I reckon they're both fantastic. Billy Glanville just has this. There's some players that just have it naturally, and it's that ball magnet, that ability to find the footy.
Nose for the ball.
Yeah, just knows how to find the footy. The footy is a magnet to him, and he's a super player. And Jack Glanville, I actually reckon he's one of the more underrated footballers in the O&M. Every single game I watch him, he's always in the sort of the top 5 or 6 players on the ground every single week. He might not always be a 10 out of 10. He's always a 7 out of 10 rookie. So I love watching both of them.
Yeah, both from the Turvey Park Bulldogs in the Riverina Football League. Bernie, great to see Jack Costello out there for the Panthers.
Sure is, yeah. Averaging 17.5 disposals at VFL level. Probably pretty stiff to find himself back in the ovens in Murray, but he's going to give them plenty. Much improved, and we know how good he can be at this level, so looking forward to watching Jack.
Beautiful. A tip from you, Sky?
Yeah, as I said, I think it's going to be a close one, hopefully, but I think Wang will take it home.
Benny, for you?
Yeah, Wang within...
And Dan?
I'm going to go Lavy. Lukey?
Good on you. First turn for A-grade Oars and Batteries, and Knowles got it away. Clark off balance. Nicely done by Jack Driscoll, and got it out wide to Charlie Douglas, who went down to the flank. Melville got down low. I reckon that ball might have touched the ground. Brad's got it though, and he wants the corridor going back towards Chris Knowles, who got hands to it. Buchanan had a crack at it. Billy Glanville off to his brother Jack, so there they are. Out wide to Boston Sheridan. 60 out from home. Goes into the goal square. Osterhoff at the back. Di Sebastiano got a hand to it. Rolling in the pocket. Here's Melville. Out to Grossman. And they work it out. The defensive 50. Good one. To Cam Barrett. On half back for the Magpies. Opening term. Lavington Sports Ground in round 15. And here goes Cam. Too low from Mapleson. Nicely picked up. Taken in by Douglas. Ball out of bounds.
Yeah, good start, and just probably more of a special comment for you, Benny Tallarico, but if you're going to go through the middle, don't loop it up in the air to Big Nosey, isn't it?
No, you've got to make sure you hit that target if you're going inboard for sure.
So we've got a boundary throw in. Slightly left of centre wing, broadcast side. Knowles to Clark. Try to get it off the Barrett. Here's Jack Costello, who's been playing in the Geelong VFL team this year. Look at him go, Jack. Straight down towards the pocket. Oosterhoff and Di Sebastiano. Sedgwick back into the team for the Panthers this week. Tries to get a centering ball. And now it's locked in. 40 out at the Urana Road end.
It was fantastic run and carry then by Jack Costello. Just picked off where he left off. And I think he's just class. He just runs and carries, uses his footy well.
Bernie Tallarico for the Wang Pump Shop today. Aidan Cook. Billy Glanville got pinned by one arm. Grossman takes it across the chalk. As we said, Sky, conditions perfect. A light breeze and expecting a top of 16 today in Albury.
Yeah, it's great conditions down here, and the ground is in great nick as well. There's barely any mud ditches like some of the other grounds, so the boys have got good conditions for the game today.
Boundary thrown in the pocket. Oh, Aidan Cook out of the ruck. Well, boundary throwing, I should say, and it's gone through for a minor score. So there's our first score on the Macca's scoreboard. Panthers 1-0.
Yeah, and looking dangerous in the stoppages too. The couple they've had, they've already got a clearance, but Billy Glanville, he's had 3 disposals already, and brother Jack's had 1 as well in the coalface.
Jet Roberts in the long sleeves for the Maggies, back pocket. They run a road end. And then goes to Grossman in 2 minds. He's going back to Jet. And the Panthers are set up beautifully here, Benny.
Yeah, that's exactly what we spoke about, if they were able to take this short kick away. So, they started very well.
Riley Costello with a fist on half-back. And look at Dan Sharrock, who was fantastic in the second half last week versus the Pigeons. That one rolling out of bounds on the far side of the ground. Dan, we'll go to you thanks to 40 wins.
Yeah, you love to see Dan Sharrock back playing his best, isn't it? And that's his first disposal of the game. And taking his numbers today, he's an absolute superstar, Dan Sharrock.
Opening term, as we said, for A-grade oils and batteries on 102.1 Edge FM. Good afternoon, wherever you're tuned in to On-M Live this afternoon. Knowles, works hard. Down on his haunches. Dan Sharrock's there. Clark. Now let's have a look. Chris Knowles in the ruck up against Jack Driscoll. Ellis got taken off the footy. Here's Jackson Clark. Swings around. Right foot. Lockie Kennett trying to pick up the ball from ground level. Nick Newton's got him. Takes him out of bounds. Good tussle early, Benny.
Yeah, very good tussle. Nice and even. I was saying this during the week. If Wang have a fully fit Daniel Sharrock and Brad Marble come September, they're going to be like 2 of the best recruits going around.
So the young ladies got this ball on the flank. Knowles won it easily. Billy Glanville just hacked it forward for the Panthers on centre wing. The Cam Barrett's got it. Balances up, gets it to Jackson Clark. Now they're on the move. They get some run on the footy. And Jet Roberts sends it in. Tilly's at the back. Tyson Young. What a mark from him. And he takes it 15 to 20 out directly in front. Was it touched? What's going to happen here, Benny?
It looks like he's just getting confirmation from the central umpire whether it was touched off the boot. So
a lot of confusion down here. 20 out from home. Yeah, he's paid the mark. Wow. That was interesting, Sky. A bit going on there.
Yeah, it was. It was a very strong mark over the back, so I was a little bit confused as to what the umpires were pulling it up on, but hopefully you can go back and stop this one.
Very good player, this man, Tyson Young. So trying to kick the Maggies first. 20 to 25 out, directly in front, Hannah Street end. The Panthers with the only score on the board, that one behind through Aidan Cook. But here goes Tyson Young. And he hits the post there.
He does, and such a superstar, Tyson Young. You'd like to have his time again. 20 metres out directly in front, Lukey.
I don't think we expected him to have this impact forward of the football. I think we all thought coming over he was going to be a contested ball, but he's been really impressive up forward.
Jack Costello, back pocket for the Panthers. Good run from Newton. And they work it out of the back front. McNamara. Nice mark from Caden. So the Maggies trying to structure up defensively. And Caden right down towards the half-forward flank. Di Sebastiano and the Rooster. Tim Oosterhoff. Di Sebastiano brought down by Oosterhoff. And we'll have a stoppage.
That's his third one-on-one win against Rooster so far, Lockie Di Sebastiano. So he started brilliantly for the Pies.
Jack Driscoll tries to get it to Sean. Nicely done to Sedgwick. Nico inside 50, standing. Just tried to take it down low. Nice work from Ellis. And he got it away to Grossman. They move it right out wide here, and Newton's after it, picks it up, retreats, gets it back to Riley Costello, inboard to Jack Driscoll. Nice footy from the Panthers, follow-up running from Newton, low ball driving kick, and then fisted away by Bordignon. Billy Glanville, long to the goal square, Osterhoff, 2 bites at it, recovers around the body. That's a terrific goal. And that's 51 for the season for the Rooster, Tim Osterhoff.
Yeah, he just does not stop competing, whether it's in the air or at ground level. Great second effort, followed up on his own crumb, and was classy enough to finish with the snap over the shoulder. But like I said, I think Lockie Di Sebastiano started this matchup really, really well. It's going to be a great battle to watch for the rest of the game.
He was a bit stiff then, Lockie Di Sebastiano. And then Roosters' follow-up work was sensational, and that's why he's probably the best big forward at the moment in the O&M, the big Rooster. But yeah, super start by Lovey, 4 inside 50s. Billy Glanville got leather poisoning early, 5 disposals for him on the 40-wing stat sheet.
Good footy to watch early, Sky.
It is. It's a great skill level, nice and clean, and so it should be in this weather.
You're right about that. There's Harry Smart shifting it out to Fraser Ellis as the breeze picks up here at the Lavington Sports Ground. You can hear that coming through the effects mic. Now Ellis wants to come out to the broadcast side, picks up Matt Grossman, goes on a run, spear and kick. Wilson comes in. Harry nicely juggled. Now what can he do from here? Over the top to Osterhoff again. Tim rolls one forward. Sammy standing. Wilson should have been caught holding the ball. Umpire said play on. Maggie's work it out. Now Kennett's taken down, and the umpire again will take it.
Yeah, it's been great so far. You could just sort of see then Fraser Ellis was forced to switch the ball then because Lavy were covering all those short kicks really well. So I think both teams have started really well, but Lavy's defensive pressure has been huge.
7 playing 1. So the Panthers up on the Macca's scoreboard as Grossman. He's been busy early in the defensive 50 for the Maggies. We'll go to you, Dan, thanks to 40 Wings.
Yeah, well, just mentioned Billy Glanville's had a great start to the game, but Shawnee Driscoll looks so dangerous in the stoppages. 3 disposals already, and he's had 2 clearances as well going into this game. He's a superstar, Shawnee Driss.
Jackson Clark surveying his options now. He wants to switch it across goal here, right out to the outer side. Kennett, nicely done to take the mark in front of James Buchanan. Lockie wastes no time, down towards centre wing. Hayden dropped the footy. Newton after him, he's caught. And the umpire said, you're gone, Matt. So well done by Nick Newton. He started the game well. And there's a 50, Benny.
That's very disappointing. That must just be for dissent, I would have thought.
Yeah, it didn't look like anything. Yeah, it must have been dissent.
Yeah, not happy with the decision. But like we said, I think both times, in exiting defensive 50, they just haven't been able to hit a short. It's always having to go long.
Newton to Sedgwick. He's 48 out, or the man on the mark is. So Nico going back. Matt Grossman mans the mark into the pocket. That's wide for the Rooster. Don't know if that was the right kick. Ball out of bounds, Benny.
That wasn't the right option. And like I always sort of say, you want to ask the question of the defenders, and when you can try and hit that hot zone or that centre mark, probably 15 top of the goal square, that's where defenders really start to panic.
Benny Tallarico for the Wang Pump Shop. Dan Vaccaro on the 40 Wing stats. And Sky Burgess boundary side for Avis Wang. Osterhoff down in front. Glanville, that was Jack. Now Oscar Roberts wins it away for the Maggies. Goes down towards centre wing on the Velodrome side. Sanson just lost grip of the footy. Driscoll. Jack swings it out wide to Sheridan. Off they go to Newton. Geez, getting involved in the first term. Low ball, wasn't the greatest kick. Panthers win it back though. Billy Glanville inside 50. Di Sebastiano up against the Rooster. That's a great battle. Then Grossman to Oscar Roberts. So the Maggies once again go down towards centre wing, and Driscoll. A good mark from Jack, Benny.
Extremely good mark, and probably second there. They're setting up really well, Lavington behind the football. Wang just cannot seem to penetrate.
Here's Alex Bennett taking the ball on half back for the Lavington Panthers. He's going to work one back to Bevan. So the Maggies have got them hemmed in nicely here in the opening term. 7-1. Panthers lead here on the Macca's scoreboard. We've gone about 11 minutes on the Club Mile Whaler time clock. Here's Alex having a look at his options. Wants to go back to Drew Bevan. Hannah Street ends. So defensively, they're about 25 out from goal. Now here goes Jack Lamble trying to get some speed on the footy. Nicely done to Riley Costello. Got the 2 Costellos playing today, Riley and Jack. out wide. They're on the move now, the Panthers. They want to move it towards centre wing. Maggies win it back, though, through Dan Sharrock. They come through the corridor. Newton, he's been super in the opening term. Off to James Buchanan, who gets a good run at it and sends it inside 50 to Nico Sedgwick. He wants a centering kick. He goes back towards the middle. Nicely done to Cooper Hall. Benny, good footy.
Great footy, and that's the kick that I spoke about just before. Instead of going skinny to the pocket, you look inside someone dangerous, and Cooper Hall working really hard back inside forward 50, which is exactly what the coaches would want from him. So has the opportunity now to go back and kick a nice goal.
Yeah, he does. So this would be for their second. Dan, it's been a great start of this game.
Oh, it's been an amazing start. They've had 9 inside 50s. Wangaratta have only gone in twice, and one of them was through Lavington. So they are absolutely dominating this contest early, Lavy.
A lot of talent, this guy. Cooper Hall, 25 out, directly in front. You run a road end, or he has snuck it in.
Just didn't look good, though.
No, it didn't. He didn't like it either. Anyway, in the end, all's well that ends well. The Panthers get their second. 13 plays 1, thanks to Mac, as Panthers up.
Yeah, and we heard Schneids during pre-game. The message he sent to us was they're going to play a real freedom-based style of footy. We're seeing exactly that at the moment. They're moving the ball really well. They've set up extremely well defensively. Big Jack Driscoll, occasions has defended and played that quarterback role. Nick Newton, that bounce off half-back has just been super. So Lavington at the moment dominating.
Certainly back in the centre. We recommence in the opening term. Knowles trying to flick it over his head. Costello pinched it. Off to Cook. Hurriedly on the boot. Towards the arc. Sean Driscoll got up very high. Wow.
That would have been mark of the
decade.
Century.
I agree. Wow. He just launched himself into the Lavington stratosphere.
Andrew
Sean Driscoll.
Walker-esque then, that one.
Okay, Grossman coming out towards centre wing. Oscar Roberts front spot. Well done by Cook to steal the footy. Wants to go inboard to Billy Glanville. Picks it up now. He's got support in Fegan. Ducking and weaving over the top to Costello. Gee, they're playing good footy. Jack goes for home. Wobbly ball. Di Sebastiano comes out. Defends nicely to Whiteside Tour. Maggie's hold up towards halfback. And Matt Hayden. Nicely worked out, Benny.
Yeah, very nicely worked out. But again, fantastic effort by Lockie Di Sebastiano to come off his man and support.
Been playing 14 minutes, lads, and Lavington have had 11 inside 50s.
Wow. Crazy. Bevan out wide to Boston Sheridan again. And he goes up inside the 50. Stenning got hands to it. Roberts, that was Jet. Knowles laid it off to Whiteside too. He's taken by Boston Sheridan. And we will have a stoppage. Dan, so the inside 50s, what have the Maggies got?
Yeah, the Maggies have 2. Lavington now have 12.
Wow. Jack Glanville boots it inside 50. Barrett, good mark. He's about to switch it out to Oscar Roberts. Wilson coming at him. Oscar takes the mark. Well done. Holds his ground. What's happening down there, Sky, for Avis Wang?
Just very steadily rolling through rotations, both teams are. There's a real sense of just calm down here. I think as Lavington are showing a real sense of composure in the game that they're playing, and everyone's quite settled.
You can probably almost, Benny, take your hat off to Maggie's defence at the moment. Like, they are absolutely peppering the inside 50s. They've only got 2 goals on the board.
100%. Lavi definitely don't have the reward for the domination that they've had with the territory at the moment.
Jackson Clark, long one to half forward. Laverty winding up. Ball goes right over the back, clears the pack. Bevan after it, picks it up now. Oscar Roberts after him. Bevan wants the line, gets it. Ball out of bounds, 60 from home, Hannah Street ends.
I'm loving that matchup with Riley Costello and Xavier Laverty. That's going to be a really good one to watch. Both young, talented footballers, and Xavier's probably going to want to hit the scoreboard a little bit more. He was held fairly well by Ben Cogill last week, so we're interested to see how Lav responds today.
That's the voice of Ben Tallarico for the Wang Pump Shop. Opening term at the Lavington Sports Ground between the Panthers and the Maggies. 13 playing 1. Sharrock sends it in. Young came out. Sheridan after it. Ball at bootlace level. Whiteside tour around his body. Left foot, a minor score. So 13 playing 2. The Maggies without a major in the opening term.
You just see Dan Sharrock. He's starting to really build into his game. If he can get some continuity and play week in, week out, he's going to be a force. He's had 4 disposals already. He's looked good in all of them.
Yeah, you're right about that, Dan. I agree. Bennett, long one to Cook. Up on centre wing. Gets a 25-metre kick down the line to Sam Stenning. Well done by Borden. Jet Roberts hooks it around his body. to Oscar. So his brother to Melville, true centre half back for the black and white army. Right out wide here towards true centre wing. Newton got up high. Hayden broke away and then puts it up inside 50. Sanson went back with one arm. Here's Clark around his body across the face. That one bouncing out of bounds. So in the end, Benny, a good result for the Maggies.
Yeah, probably not a bad result then for the Pies. They were able to lock it in, stoppage inside forward 50. But you can just sort of see their method. When they are able to link up and hit that short and go quick, they look very, very damaging. It was a good contest. There's probably 1-on-3 there with Matt Hayden on the wing, and he was able to get it going the Pies' way. But yeah, Lavy very happy with how they're set up around the football.
Boundary throw in, Hannah Street end. Cook had a swipe at it and then just laid it on the boot and jammed it outside 50. Good mark from Grossman pushing up from defence. Now he's looking for a Maggie inside 50. Clark, that was too easy. Fending off Jake O'Brien. And you'd think Jackson would have a shot from here, Benny.
Yeah, he's definitely got the range on this one, so a little bit of an angle. But it was just a great kick then by Grozzy. Just put it to the advantage of Jackson. He had the space earlier than Jake and was able to just hold him out and take a good contested mark. So Wang really need this. And look, considering Lavy's dominance, if they only go into quarter time being a goal or two down, Wang are going to be laughing, I think.
Very good footballer, this guy. An A-grade jet in the O&M. Jackson Clark about to put it on the boot from 51 or 2. Look at that. That is sensational. Straight through the middle. And the Maggies get there first. So 13 plays 8 on the Macca's scoreboard.
The last person they wanted to get going was Jackson Clark as well. So he's had 6 disposals and a goal already. So he's dominating early in this contest. And Benny touched on it before. They've had 13 inside 50s, Lavington. They only find themselves less than a goal up. So that's huge. They're just going to stick with their craft. Their backmen have done a great job, especially Lockie Di Sebastiano. The one-on-one contest he's providing against the Rooster has been second to none, Benny.
I said it last week. I reckon they have the best back six in the competition. So they're obviously holding up really, really well, even considering how well Lavington have been able to restrict their ball movement. But when they are able to move it through them, they look pretty potent.
Looks like we're in for a good game of footy, Sky.
Yeah, it is. Like you said, Wang have gotten away with such a minor impact for the amount of ball Lavington had, so it'll keep it tight.
Sean Driscoll scoops it up, goes to Jack, inside 50, you run a road end, over the top it goes. Di Sebastiano, isn't he doing some work back there? Standing steals it away though, Sam, and through for a minor score. So one behind at the Arana Road end, so 14 playing 8. Dan, we'll go around the grounds very shortly for Everton Farm Supplies. In fact, we might have a crack at it now.
Yeah, we will. Yarrawonga, they've come out of the blocks. North Albury 0 to Yarrawonga 21. 1 point in the difference at John Ford Oval. Corowa 20 to 19, Lukey.
Great work, Dan Vaccaro. Tilly to Clark. And then on to Melville. Hurriedly on the boot, down the line. Laverty went through the midst. Charlie Douglas, well done by Jack Marbleson to steal the footy and sprint away and go for home. That one to the near side, a minor score. So 14 playing 9, Panthers up over the Maggies.
And the other games at the moment, Lukey, around the grounds, Wodonga. Raiders have had the jump on them. 0 goals, 1 Wodonga Raiders, 2-3-15, and Wang Rovers 9 to Albury 6.
Very good. Riley Costello, defensive 50 picked off by Fraser Ellis. So a little bit casual from the Panthers, Benny.
Yeah, a little bit casual, just caught probably not alert to Fraser, just sort of looked stalking that kick then, and was good enough to come in front and to pinch it. And he'd want to go back and kick it because I reckon he had a very easy option out the back there. Tyson Young running back towards goal, probably could have walked in for an easy one. So Fraser's going to want to go and slot this now.
45-degree angle, Hannah Street end. He'll make contact from 48, Fraser Ellis. It looks sweet from here. That one's hit the post too. So 2 posters from the Maggies in the opening term, Dan.
Yeah, they have. It's 1 goal 4 for Wang Magpies, so their kicking boots aren't on yet. But I'll tell you what is on is Lavington's midfield. 7 clearances this quarter to Wangaratta's 2. They're dominating early.
Bennett long from the fullback position. Ulsterhoff a long way up the ground from home. And Tim turns around. He's happy to slow it up here. Hold possession to Jack Driscoll, who's going well in the opening stanza. And Jack high and long. Now Sean Driscoll's getting a launch of this as well. Maggies went up. Melville with him. Cook off to Jack Costello. Here we go. Jack straightens up. He doesn't miss those. And he puts it through and he lets Jet Roberts know about it too, Benny.
Yep, and I think that was just just class. And like we said, having his polish on the outside is just going to be huge for Lavington today. And when you give him looks like that, he's always going to make it pay. But like we said, given Lavington's dominance around stoppage, around territory and whatnot, yeah, a couple goals down. So I think this has been a really, really good contest to start the game, and I think we're in for a really strong game today, boys.
Yeah, it's a super game at the moment. Jack Costello, he's a super player. 6 goals, 6 disposals and 1 goal for him. He's dominating. And you know what I've really loved? I thought the umpiring so far has been fantastic. It's only been 5 free kicks paid so far, so that is awesome. Let the boys play, Benny.
Yeah, good on you, Dan. Giving a wrap to the guys in green. Driscoll, Billy Glanville to Sean Driscoll. Tried to get one over the top, back to Jack. Nicely done to Billy Glanville. Gee, they did that nicely out of the centre. Jet Roberts going back, though, for the Maggies and takes it. Defensive 50, Hirana Road End. Opening term brought to you by A-grade Oils and Batteries on O&M Live. Costello out wide to Wilson. Harry retreats to Sanson. Charlie puts the foot down. Low ball, turns it over directly to Jet Roberts. So 20 playing 10. Panthers up over the Maggies. This one coming to you live through 102.1 Edge FM. The Lavington Sports Ground as Roberts sends us back towards centre wing. Well done by Hayden. Wide tie to it, taken down by Charlie Douglas. Panthers break away. They get the advantage. Sedgwick, good contest from Grossman. Ball out of bounds.
Yeah, some ball winners this quarter so far. Billy Glanville, 9 disposals. Jack Costello, he's had the 7 and a goal. Jackson Clark, 7 and a goal. Jack Glanville as well has had the 6 disposals. So a lot of ball winners early.
Dan Vaccaro on the 40 wing stats. Much to report down there at the moment, Sky, for Avis Wang.
No, everyone is healthy, which we like to see on the bench.
Beautiful. S. Hall holding the ball. Dan Sharrock with the footy. Dan Vaccaro sung this man's praises moments ago. Gee, if he gets hot today, look out. He goes down the line to half forward. Lavity, 2 bites at it. Wide tie tour, taken around the shoulder. Riley Costello giving away the free kick. James McClune, and gee, it was a hot hand pass. Wide tie wins it back. Goes inside 50 now. Young in a one-on-one. And it's a push out against Bennett, and Young will win the free kick.
Yeah, it's a hard one. It's probably is there.
Looks side-ish, didn't it, a little bit?
I thought it was good bodywork by Benno then, so a little bit unlucky, but again, Wang able to move the football inside 50 pretty quickly, which doesn't allow the Lavy backs to get set, so it gives Tyson an opportunity to fly for the football.
So Tyson Young has had 1 shot in the opening term. That one hit the post from a similar spot. Can he make up for that earlier mistake? Oh, yes, he can. That's a goal to Tyson Young, and the Maggies get their second. 20 playing 16 here on the Macca's scoreboard.
It's shaping up to be a really good contest. It looks like 2 really strong teams, doesn't it? Well, we've talked about Lavington's season so far. They look really up to it today. Like, their midfield work has been fantastic. We've said they've had 8 clearances to 3 at the moment. Field's dominating, and that's on the back of Billy Glanville, 9 disposals. Jack Costello's had the 7 disposals, more off halfback, and Jack Glanville's had the 6. So Wangaratta get a breather there, but don't underestimate. Lavington are playing some good footy.
Opening term, again for A-grade Oils and Batteries. Sean Driscoll gets his hands on the Sharon, lays it off to Douglas. They come this way. Wilson up high. Oscar Roberts, and going in Cooper Hall, Tweed up, try to feed it out. Cooper Hall just swipes it forward for the Panthers, picked up by Wilson. He's got Jack Lamble running for him, holding the ball, and the Maggies are on the break. Melville goes inside 50. Tilly, he can pick this one up, swoops on it. Lavity after it, can he get there in time? Xavier going back in the pocket. Oh, nicely picked up from Young. Tyson Young has kicked one of the goals of the year. That is magic. Wow, a steal line goal of the day here on O&M Live in the opening term.
But that doesn't happen if Xavier Lavity doesn't tap that back through his legs. So it was fantastic play then by Lav to get back and to still keep that ball alive. Could have easily let that just run out of bounds and they go for a forward 50, but he keeps it alive, gives his teammate an opportunity, and that was a classy finish from Tyson Young. Jeez,
he's a superstar, Tyson Young. That pick-up, one-handed, is amazing, and you're saying Xavier Lavity's praises there, Benny. He hasn't had a disposal this game. That's worth about 4, really. In the state of the game where Lavington are dominating, that's fantastic teamwork there by Xavier Lavity, and he's learning every single game he plays.
So the last two to Tyson Young, he didn't waste any time on getting that on the boot. Lightning quick. That was a beauty, Sky Burgess.
It was. I tell you what, it did make the bench erupt down here. The vibe has certainly gone up.
Costello, so the Maggies go inside 50 again, hurriedly from the stoppage. Barrett comes out of it. Whiteside to it, gets it out. Now here goes Cam Barrett again. He wants to send it in for the Magpies. Good, strong contest down there. McCloonan got taken off the footy. Mapleson, he was claimed. Now he takes it in. Umpire's going to take the footy. 25 out, directly in front. Hannah Street end.
Tyson Young a little bit slow to get up from that contest then. I reckon that might have been a bit of friendly fire coming in.
Okay, ball up. And Tilly tries to tap it to the advantage of Mapleson. They get another one. This is how quickly they can score. The last three to the Magpies, Dan.
Oh, and it's out of nowhere. Like, Lavington have been dominating this game, and they've been dominating the clearances as well. And then Wangaratta just flipped the switch. They're already up to 5% of clearances, and they were 8-1 down. That was just fantastic stoppage work there, and the players are super. Wangaratta, they just know how to flick the switch so quick, Benny.
They certainly do, and this is what a good team does. Like, even when an opposition can throw their best at you, you don't bleed a big margin, and then they're able to get their game going and get the play on their term. And we just know how damaging that Wangaratta can be. So this has been a fantastic contest.
Yeah, gee, it's a good game of footy on O&M Live. Back in the centre, this one's going to be held up, so we will have a stoppage. 28 playing 20, so 4-4-28 plays 3-2-20. That is on the Maccas scoreboard. The Maggies with the lead. Again, they've kicked the last 3 goals of this game. They've gone 28 for Club Mulwala. Opening stanza here at the Lavington Sports Ground. Here's Clark on half-back. And Jackson usually picks out a target and hits it every time. He's going to dump this one down the line. He's going for Tilly. Bennett had to back. Keegan in there with Barrett. Ball tied up. And the umpire again will take it. Yeah, Benny, well, this is exactly what we want here. A lot of goals in the opening term.
Yeah, sure is. It's been fantastic.
So 4 to the Pies, 3 to the Panthers. Floating ball inside 50. Hannah Street end. Sanson, this is Charlie. He wants someone to lead at him. Handballs over the top to Riley Costello. They're in trouble here. Back to Riley. That ball was smothered. The Magpies closing on them. And that's exactly what the Panthers needed, because the Maggies were coming in the final stages of the opening term. We've got a terrific game of footy on our hands in round 15 in the O&M at the Lavington Sports Ground. At the moment, it is the Wang Magpies 4-4-28 leading the Lavington Panthers 3-2-20. This is O&M Live. We'll get to a break, and on O&M Live, you will not miss a thing.
SS&A, this is your place.
All right. I love you. Have a good shift.
The all-new Nissan Navara, built for the grid shift.
What's your future look like? Where do you want to be? Whatever it looks like, with GoTAFE, you've got this. Get real skills for real jobs and careers right now. Search GoTAFE today.
The Ovens and Murray Football League is proudly sponsored by Opal. Thinking packaging? Discover Opal.
Explore where your new home begins. Discover our designs. Discover local land. Discover what's possible. Visit Sundancer Homes' new sales centre and showroom at 482 Kiowa Street, Albury.
I reckon I'll go mid.
Carlton Dry 3.5. Embrace the mid.
No one celebrates life like you do. At Tobin Brothers Funerals, we're here to help you celebrate the life of your loved one, your own special way. Tobin Brothers Funerals, celebrating lives.
Adroit Insurance and Risk, your local insurance advisor, able to tailor insurance programs to support your business.
And we're proud to support our local community.
This goes out to all the athletes, the fitness buffs, and the huff and puffs. On your marks, get set. Find your perfect fit at the athlete's foot.
Yeah, welcome back to the Lavington Sports Ground. It is quarter time, and at the moment, it is the Maggies 4-4-28 leading the Lavington Panthers 3-20. We'll cross to Dan Vaccaro, who's right next to me, and we'll grab our Premix King quarters best, Dan, for the opening term.
Oh, you could pick a number of players from Lavington. I thought Jack Costello was fantastic, 7 disposals and a goal for him. Nick Newton, early days, was unbelievable. And Big Jack Driscoll, I loved his game as well, just sitting behind, kick behind the play. He really started that sort of web defence from Lavington as well. And for Wangaratta, Jackson Clark. Like, how good is that, man? 8 disposals and a goal. We heard Schneid sing his praises before the game, saying he's pretty much the player that he'd want on his team from Wang. But he's an absolute gun. And Squid Melville, he's had 7 off the half-back. I thought he's been super as well.
It's a good game of footy, Dan.
Yeah, it is. It's a fantastic game. Yep. It's Lavington are really up for the fight. As we said, Lavington are a much better side than where they are in the ladder. They got a good team in today. Sam Stenning hasn't even really had a look yet. He's had 1 disposal, so if he gets going, look out. This game is, it's shaping to be a super game.
Rightio, let's go down to ground level and catch up with Sky Burgess for Avis Wang. What could you find out, Sky? We got you, Sky. Righto, we'll get Sky shortly. Benny, your thoughts on the opening term?
I think Lavington would have been really happy with 3/4 of that quarter in terms of how they were able to restrict Wang. But, yeah, Maggies are just incredible in terms of how destructive they can be in a short period of time. There'll be a few things that they're going to try and adjust a little bit just to try and rectify a few things with their ball movement, but overall I think they'd be really happy, especially with their matchups. I think Matt Grossman's done a great job on Sam Stenning to start the day. He had a fantastic game last game, had the job on Charlie McKenna, and I don't know if Charlie even kicked a goal. So Grozzie's still able to do it at his age on some of the best young forwards.
Rightio, we'll try for Sky now thanks to Avis Wang. Sky Burgess, down to you.
Tell you what, you would have just about thought Benny was at their huddle. He hit that on the head very well. Obviously, Snides is extremely happy with the Lavy boys. They're doing what they want. They're playing their game. They spoke a little bit about that stem of Wang getting that flow on, and he was quite happy with how the boys dealt with it. He just wants them to back themselves a little bit more in the defensive. Give that first go. give that first ball off instead of questioning yourself and get it out of there.
Oh, super work, Sky Burgess for Avis Wang. So the second term is for Jacob Hino. The Pies up by 8 points and we're about to go. Jack Driscoll and Chris Knowles again in the centre. And Knowles got up high. Look at Sean Driscoll breaking through. And he sends it forward towards the arc of the 50. Good mark from Aiden Cook. And that one, kick was a little wayward. Grossman came out. Mapleson is there. Jack Lamble with his head over the footy. And the umpire will take it. 40 out from goal, Hannah Street ends. So we'll get a stoppage here. A lot of Pies and Panthers around the footy. Cook front spot, won it. Then Sheridan off to Sean Driscoll, left foot. That one floating wide. Ulsterhoff sits under it. Grossman over the top, ball out of bounds in the pocket.
He's been super, Shawnee Driss. He's played pretty much midfield the whole game, Benny, and he's had 8 disposals so far. I'd love to see him just keep him in the midfield and see what he can do.
Yeah, very, very lively around the football. One thing I know is Lavington starting an extra behind the football. Looks like they're going to roll with that for a little bit at the moment.
Boundary umpire with it. Sends it back into the field of play. Cook got rid of Knowles. Jack Costello came tearing through. Here he goes again. Jack feeds it out to Billy Glanville. Left foot, wobbly old ball. Ulsterhoff, from a second attempt. Grossman's got him. He dropped it cold. Good decision from the umpire. And Matt Grossman to get for Sharon. And he wants to come to the broadcast side. Short one to Fraser Ellis. Just calling Wilson back on the mark. Over the top to Harry Smart. Great to see this man back. Good player. Short ball to Laverty.
First disposal.
Just down in front of the Donnelly stand. You heard Dan Vaccaro on the 40-wing stats saying that was Xavier's first touch. Low ball. And now McNamara feeds it out. Panthers win it back. Here's Jack Costello. He's got some runners off to Wilson on his right-hand side. Good smother from Michael Bourdignon. And we've come to expect that. Benny T in the O&M.
He's one of the best, and that's why he's a co-captain, because he does things like that really gets his teammates up and about. But Wang would be really happy with that passage out of D50. They're able to hit 2 or 3 marks in a row, bring the ball back inside and put a bit of speed on it. So straight away, something that we didn't see in the first quarter from the Pies.
Michael Bourdignon usually sports Guernsey number 4. He's in 50 today. Young lady throws it back into the field of play. Knowles down in front. Ellis went off the ground. Mapleson and Charlie Douglas, good battle. Glanville, Jack goes inside 50, standing, nearly reeled it in. Thought that could have been in the back against Grossman. Play goes on. Sedgwick trying to break through. Glanville picks it up. Left foot. Pot shot on goal. And players get back. It's gone through for a minor score. So 28 plays 21. 28 plays 21. Maggie's up over the Panthers thanks to CMV Truck and Bus.
It's fantastic work by Fraser Ellis getting back there to support the last line of defence. He's been great all year on the wing for Wang, so he always goes back, works hard to support his defenders.
Round 15, the Ovens of Murray. It's been a great season. And we've hit August, hey? Unreal. Beautiful day in Albury. Sunny, 16 degrees, and as we said, just a light breeze. Perfect conditions as Barrett steers it out towards Lockie Kennett. Backward of centre wing. Velodrome side or far side of the Lavington Sports Ground, and then sends it right down the line here. Long kick. Sanson knocks the ball out of bounds. Rightio, Dan. We'll get our inside 50s now, thanks to 40 wings.
Yeah, for the game, Lavington have had 17 inside 50. Wangaratta have had the 11. So still on top in the inside 50s, Lavy.
Sky, any news down there? Thanks to Waivers Wang.
No, everyone's happy. No injuries. As you mentioned earlier, Tyson Young did come off in that towards the end of the last quarter, just a little bit sore after his knock, but he just had a breather and he's back out there, and that's been the only thing to go on down here.
Very good, Sky. DJ Skybo.
Did you know I did not know it was August until you said that, Luke? I was so confused. Like, what does it mean?
Didn't you, Sky?
It's July.
It's just crept up on us, hasn't it?
It's really flying.
Yeah, horse's birthday. Jack Glanville, left foot, rolls one down the line, bouncing. Ball out of bounds. Rightio, Benny, what are you seeing at the start of the second term?
Yeah, it looks like Wang are able to transition the ball a little bit easier than what they were in the first. They're able to sort of hit a lot more of their uncontested marks, so that's something that Lavington are going to want to address big time, because if they get that aspect of their game going, they're going to be incredibly hard to stop.
7-point lead to the Wang Magpies in the second. Glanville, she's good around the stoppages. Grossman, she's been involved. Low ball. Costello breaking away. And Jack sends it inside 50. Di Sebastiano going back. Ball out in the pocket. So a good result again this time for the Panthers.
I'll tell you what, that man, Jack Costello, he's the best player on the ground at the moment for mine. He's had 10 disposals and a goal. He just looks a class above when the ball's in his hand, Benny.
Yeah, he's just classy. He just doesn't panic. He makes the right decisions. And probably if we took the meters gain stat, he has a lot of that.
Yep.
It's amazing how good players have just got time, seem to create space. Billy Glanville, one-handed, standing, got pushed off the footy. And what's going on here? This will be interesting.
On the ball.
Yep. Okay, so it's coming right back. It seemed to be a push rather than a tackle.
Yeah.
Would you guys agree?
Oh, I agree.
I agree, Luke.
So Michael Bordignon. And he sends it out from the Hannah Street end for the Magpies. Knowles in front, Jack Driscoll. As Dan Vaccaro said at quarter time, he's been very good, Dan.
Yeah, Jack Driscoll has been really good. It's not so much what he's doing in the ruck, it's after that and wherever he floats positional-wise, he really sets up a super defence from Lavington when they're trying to keep it in their 50.
We'll go around the grounds very shortly for Everton Farm Supplies and see what's happening. Of course, our other broadcast game today is between North Albury and Yarrawonga. That one being played over at Bunton Park. Sharrock down the line, misses Kennett. Now here's Mapleson, he's got some wheels. He breaks clear, sends it in. Laverty was being held by the Guernsey. Umpire said play on down towards the pocket. Good work in the end from Riley Costello. And the umpire says throw it in.
They almost just stopped wrestling then just to see what the whistle was for.
Who
And
was
then they
going to get the
continued again.
It's been a great matchup to watch, though.
Yep.
Been really, really good. Been impressed by Riley Costello. Started the game really well.
Okay, so we've got a boundary throw in the pocket at the Urana Road end this time. In it comes. Tilly. Clark picks it up, gets the handball out. White Tie to her, sends it for home. That's a beauty from White Tie. That's a steal line goal of the day in the second term. And the Maggies get another.
Yeah, the old-fashioned just stand and deliver, Lukey. Just standing there off 1 foot, went bang from 40 out. Great positioning, held the outside of the contest, and it was a really good finish for the Pies. So again, this is what we've come to like about Wang. They're just always able to find a way to stay into the game. And we touched on it in the pre-game. Jace Heatley's ability to make moves on the fly. Could obviously see what Lavington would try to do, and he sort of made a move to adjust to that. And they've started this quarter fantastically, the Pies.
So back in the centre now. Yeah, they have been good. So they've kicked the last 4 of the game now. So it didn't take them long to get going. So it's up to the Panthers now to respond. What can they do from here? Here's Costello again. Now Kennett pinches it away and then sends it right out wide. So we'll get a bouncing ball here towards the chalk. Buchanan going after it till he takes him across the line. We'll go to you, Dan.
Yeah, we'll do some around the grounds. At the moment for Everton Farm Supplies, so North Albury 9 to Yarrawonga's 33. We've got Corowa 28 to Murderford's 30, so that's a good game there. Wodonga 12 to Raiders 23, and Wang Rovers 17 to Albury 21.
Very good. Ball comes in, went beyond the ruckman. Smart to Jackson Clark, handballs off to Marjanovic. Short one to Mapleson. Jack tried to flick it off. Didn't really work. McNamara regains his own footy there and then sends it out wide. Wilson after it. This ball is going to be taken out of bounds by Oscar Roberts. And again, we'll have another boundary throw-in. So 60 around from home. You run a road, and at the moment, it is Wang leading 5-4-34 to Lavington's 3-3-21. That's on the CMB Truck and Bus scoreboard. Second term for Jacob Hino at the Lavington Sports Ground on a cracking day. Here we go, 55 out. Umpire, low, flat throw-in. Tweedale down in front. Marjanovic got taken off the footy. Wilson spits it out to Fegan. O'Brien, duck back inside. Gee, he did that well. Now he's got to try and hit a target. Driscoll, 2-on-1 back here. Oscar Roberts wins front spot. Smart comes in, and they collided with Buchanan. Driscoll, now he's looking for a teammate. Off to James. Buchanan balances up. He finishes nicely, and the Panthers hit back. They respond.
That was just so impressive then. That contest on the wing for J.K. O'Brien to cut back in. It was probably a 1-on-3, take territory, and then that was probably a good 4-5 effort then from Shawnee Drews to keep that ball alive inside 50. I thought Oscar Roberts did a great job to try and go back, work the fat side to support, but Shawnee was just too good, and it was a great finish by James Buchanan. James Buchanan, is that
Yes.
right? Yeah,
yes.
yeah, really fantastic finish then to get the response and break the run of Wangaratta's goals.
God, I love Shawnee Driz. He's a super player. The fair knock is he's not super consistent, but when he is on and when he's playing in the midfield, he's so hard to beat. He's and then his ability to fight and scrap, he's a superstar.
Yeah, you know who he reminds me of, Dan? The Road Runner. That's what he's like.
A road runner.
Yeah,
Bip, bip.
he just, he's bip. Here we go. Tilly. Magpies on the move now. 60 out from home. You run a road and into Young. That one deep to the pocket. Ball out of bounds. In fact, it's out of bounds on the full. And that gives us another chance to go back down to Sky for Avis Wang. What's going on, Sky?
I tell you what, Lavi's bench absolutely erupted when they got that goal. It's nice to see them get some reward because, like we said, they've had so much of the ball and they're doing a great job at locking in and across that half ground and keeping it in their forward 50. They just weren't getting enough reward, and to get that goal, that's what they needed. It's
a great game of footy. There goes Hall to O'Brien. He takes the mark. He's usually pretty crafty, Jake. Standings moving around in the forward 50. Goes from now. Sammy's going to have a run at this. Ball hits the deck. Sam Stenning, left foot, smothered by Tweedale. Ellis comes out to try and swoop on it. Taken off the footy. Holding without it. And he will receive the free kick. So Fraser, while we're on the subject, Dan, what are the free kicks now, the count?
Yeah, so Wangaratta have had 7 free kicks and Lavington have had the 5. I reckon it's been a really well adjudicated game so far.
Agree.
Dan McCarron for 40 winks. Benny Tallarico for the Wang pump shot. Sky Burgess for Avis Wang. He goes Hayden. Inside 50. Young in a one-on-one back there. Good mark from Charlie Sanson. And that sum would have been almost directly in his eyes. Charlie straight up the corridor. Risky kick. Mapleson, geez, fast, gets it out to Hayden. Hall trying to pick it up, flicked it over his head, heard a voice. Mapleson swiped at it. Kennett, Lockie Kennett goes for home. It's left. It's a minor score. So 35 playing 27. 35 playing 27. Maggie's up over the Panthers thanks to CB Truck and Bus.
I just want to go back to the last entry then by the Panthers with J.K. O'Brien. Probably just needed to move it in there a little bit quicker. He took too long and was able to get numbers back behind.
Gone 12 for Club Mile Whaler. Turnover coming out of the fullback position from the Panthers. Oscar Roberts, 70 out from home. Now he's calling for Lees. They need space down there. He just bombs it in, hoping for Young, and gets him. Gee, that's too easy. He's a very good footballer, this guy, Benny.
He certainly is, and when you get him in a one-on-one, albeit against a very good defender, interleague defender in Alex Bennett, Benno just lost his footing at the wrong time, which allowed Tyson to take that mark relatively unopposed. So, yeah, he's been a massive ace for the Pies up forward, so this would be a great response to Lavi's goal.
He kicked 2 in the first term. This is for 3. 25 out, virtually directly in front. He's got it. There's 3 for Tyson Young, Dan. And they're putting on a show now.
I'll tell you what, he's very much quality over quantity, Tyson Young. He's had 4 disposals and he's kicked 3 goals. He's an absolute superstar. And Wangaratta are very much quality over quantity as well. They don't need a million inside 50s. We know how good Wang are and the way they use the ball, Lukey, and they just go forward and they're able to find the scoreboard. And Lavington probably the opposite. They're playing really good footy. They're getting it forward, but they're just not getting their bang for buck at the moment. And that's probably down to the stingy defence of Wangaratta. We're seeing how good of a job Lockie Di Sebastiano's doing on the Rooster, and that's stemming on all the other defenders so far, Benny.
It certainly is. No, as I said, Wang have one of the best back lines in the comp, so when you pair it with a potent forward line, you can see why they are where they are.
Second chapter for Jacob Hino here. We get another stoppage in the middle. 6-5-41. The Magpies lead over the Panthers 4-3-27. Gee, they can put goals on you quickly. The Wang Maggies, Billy Glanville, balked as he went to Jack. Now here's Ellis, breaking clear, low ball, nice fist away from Charlie Sanson. Jack Glanville goes after the Sharon, spits it out to the run of Fegan, or just overran the footy. Ellis to Sharrock, out wide to Oscar Roberts. They're on the far side of the ground here. He has one bounce, ducks back inside, Melville, then back to Oscar. Nice hand pass to Knowles. Goes inside 50, Young again, over his head. Umpire said play on. Newton goes back in pursuit of the Sharon, picks it up, Tweedale closing on him, sends it right out wide and then Melville fits it out of bounds. We'll go back to you, Dan.
Yeah, and that was great umpiring again then. Could have easily been persuaded by a little shove in the back, but there was no clear contact, and that was fantastic work. But Wangaratta just starting to move the ball really freely through the middle of the ground.
Yeah, and on the flip side, they're really stifling Lavington's ball movement too. I feel like Lavy don't have anywhere near as much open ball as what they did in the first quarter.
Back into play. Knowles got it down. Melville, as he pushed in the back. No, good decision from the umpire. He'll take it in. So we're left of the centre, far side of the ground. And that one went nowhere near the ruckman. Billy Glanville on the boot, short one. Sedgwick picks it up. Now he needs a fellow teammate. Here's O'Brien, balking one way, turning around, left foot. Melville picks it up. He's getting involved in the last few moments. He's taken down though and caught holding the ball. So Cooper Hall wins the footy for the Panthers. They need something out of this because they can't afford for the Maggies to put another goal on them. Here goes Cooper. Sends it inside the arc. Pack goes up. Ball hits the deck. Ellis chips it over the top to White Tide Tour, and the Maggies hold up again, Benny.
Yeah, they certainly do. They're very, very sound. Looks like Rooster's quite slow to get up, and he might have copped the finger to the eye there in that last marking contest.
Here's Hayden on half back. A few Maggies streaming forward. He's going to come wide to Marjanovic. Gets him on the bounce. In front of Charlie Douglas. Loops it over the top to White Tide Tour. Under pressure. McNamara takes him out of bounds. And we'll get a boundary throw in. Not far from you, Sky.
Yeah, there's a bit starting to happen down here. Obviously, Oosterhoff was a little bit sore to get up. He was grabbing in his face after that contest. I think you're right, Ben. He might have copped something in the face, but he's up. But Lavington have also had Drew Bevan limp off not long ago, and he's clutching at his right hamstring. So he's being treated by the trainers now, just trying to see how serious it is. Okay, good pick up, Sky. So Drew Bevan with a right hamstring injury. We'll go around the grounds, Dan, for Everton Farm Supplies.
Yeah, North Aubrey 17 to Yarrawonga 33. Cora Rutherglen 34 to Murderford 36 at the moment, and Wodonga 30 to Raiders 25. And then lastly, Rovers 17 to Aubrey's 22.
Great work, Dan Vaccaro. Benny Tallarico upstairs as well for the Wang Pump Shop. Here we go. Knowles has got rid of Cook. Left foot. McLuhan off his chest goes again. Picks it up to Melville. Inside 50. Young down there with Bennett. Young try to win it back. Oh, that's on the boot. Oh, gee whiz. A minor score. He only needs half a chance, a quarter of a chance, I reckon.
He's almost just, every single time he goes near the footy, everyone just raises off their seat a little bit. He's so excited.
He just makes something happen out of nothing, doesn't he?
He certainly does. His recovery is as good as anyone's in the O&M. He's cat-like once the ball hits the deck. Okay, Newton played a fantastic opening term. Long ball. Well read by Driscoll, and then it's off his leg. And we'll get a boundary throwing.
Unlucky. Did all the hard work then, Big Jack,
he did everything,
and he just couldn't hold on to it long enough.
He has got more tape on him than a mummy, Big Jackie Driscoll. Have a look at the bottom half of him. He's got his knee strapped and he's got a full leg strapping almost, Benny, as well. Gee whiz.
Not a lot of skin left, is there?
Jesus.
Yeah.
Some people just love footy too much, I think.
Chris Knowles to Jack Costello, to Jack Driscoll, down the line. Nicely done to Fegan. Jake O'Brien's a link up beautifully. The Panthers inside 50. Over the back it goes. Now watch Sean Driscoll here. He's after it. He picks it up now. Inside hand pass. Stenning to Jack Glanville. Ellis has got it. Held up. Good footy from both teams. Very competitive, Benny.
They certainly are. And like we said, I just love that role that Fraser Ellis plays. He slides in nicely as that offside winger, supports his backs, and if it wasn't for him then, Labby probably walking to an open goal. Oosterhoff
wins it, hooks it over his shoulder. He's just missed. It's a minor score. The Big Rooster.
The Big Rooster. He hasn't had a lot of great looks today. Lockie Di Sebastiano's doing a fantastic job, but he just loves to bob up every now and then, the Rooster.
If you've just joined us, it is the Wang Magpies 6-5-41, leading the Lavington Panthers 4-3-27. That's on the CMB Truck and Bus scoreboard. Trouble here. Jack Costello nearly picked off a kick. O'Brien swoops on it. Gets it off to McNamara. Good footy. Low ball. Look at that. Into Jack Costello. That's wonderful from the Panthers.
Yeah, they were able to just capitalise on Wang's ball movement, unable to move it out there easily. And this is the guy that we want to see with the footy in his hand. He's just fantastic. He always knows what to do, when to do it, and I think Schneiders and the coaches will be very confident with Jack with the ball in hand.
An O&M Rising Star of the Year, and back from Geelong's VFL team, Jack Costello. Oh, that one's left for Jack. It's a behind. So 41 playing 28 here. Maggie's up over the Panthers thanks to C&B Truck and Bus.
He's still been super today, Jack Costello. 14 disposals for him and a goal. He just looks a class above.
Here's Grossman. Hannah Street end. Trots out. He wants Bourdignon. Stenning comes over the top of the fist. Mapleson is there. Ball out of bounds. Sky, we'll go back down to you for Avis Wang. Drew Bevan still getting treatment?
He's got it taped up now, so the trainers have taped him up. He's just walking along the boundary side. He's going to go back on.
Okay, yeah. Great work, Sky. 55 out from home, or 50. Hannah Street end. Again, sun shining down on the Lavington Sports Ground. We're in the second term. Mapleson in around the contest. And then Clark, one-handed, scooped it up. How'd he do that? Got it off to Melville, brought down. Jack Lamble with him. Umpire takes it in.
It's all happening down here, and we mentioned that Jack Costello, he's winning a lot of the footy, but Billy Glanville as well, 13 disposals for him. He's been super.
Gone 21 for Club Mile Whaler in the second chapter. Players tearing in for the peel. Mapleson gets away. He's got some toe. Squaring kick to Ellis. Now look at this. Grossman's running on the outer side here. He just needs the bounce. Is he going to get it, Matt? Cook's after him. He's got to circle around. Now he just gets back onto his right boot, tumbles one down the line. Laverty, he'll have to circle around as well. He ducks the tackle. Riley Costello gets the handball off. Kennett gets it back to Laverty, who is taken over the shoulder, and he will win the ball back. So they're on the move, the Maggies, down the outer side. They're kicking towards the Hannah Street end. Xavier Laverty, low drilling ball to the pocket, looking for Young. Players going back. Ball out of bounds.
Yeah, that was good work there by Xavier Laverty. Hasn't had a great day. He didn't have a touch in the first quarter. He's had 3 disposals this quarter. So if he works his way into the game slowly, that'll be a very big positive for Wangaratta.
Good afternoon to you, wherever you may be this afternoon, through 102.1 Edge FM, or if you're watching on O&M Live, the pitches thanks to Snap Print Solutions. Oscar Roberts out of the pack, and that one through again for a behind. So 42 playing 27, 6'5", 42, plays 4'3", 27 on the C&V Truck and Bus scoreboard. Dan?
Oh, sorry, Lukey, I was just...
Okay, mate. Actually, that scoreboard's wrong up there, is it? Yep, you've got it absolutely right on our screen. So it's 6'7", 43. Playing 4'5", 29, so the scoreboard at the ground is wrong. Dan Vaccaro has it 100% correct on our screens for our viewers. Here's Jack Glanville going inside 50. Good mark from Cook. Got to kick this one, Benny.
He certainly does. They really need to kick one against the grain there, but how good's that? Yeah, I think you might have said it then, Sky. Jack's vision then, just to spot up. And the thing that I love about his game is he's always effective with his disposals. Probably doesn't have it as much as what his brother Billy does, but when he has it, something happens. So it was fantastic then by Jack Glanville.
Did you hear that, did you? I didn't think I said it into the mic. But you're right, absolute great vision and hit, good mark. Hopefully they get this reward.
Aidan Cook will strike the footy from 45. Sends it for home. He likes it. He's got it, Aidan. So they respond again, the Panthers, here on their home deck.
Yeah, that's a great finish by Aidan Cook, and that's a very important goal for Lavington. It still just keeps them in the hunt, and they're playing good footy. Like Wangaratta have matched them in a lot of the areas, but still competing hard. They're still winning the inside 50 this quarter as well. They've had 10 inside 50s, and Wangaratta have had the 8, so still very much competing well. Jack Costello, Bill Glanville, Shawnee Driscoll, they're all playing a good brand of footy, and they're all carrying them into this second half.
That's the voice of Dan Vaccaro, doing some great work on the stats today. He's also handling our on-screen scoreboard, as well as the around-the-ground scores. Benny Tallarico for Avis Wang. And downstairs, we've got Sky Burgess on the boundary, keeping an eye on things. Here's Mapleson, about to break clear to Melville. Right foot, tumbling ball inside 50. Can the Maggies make something out of this? Laverty trying to claim a free kick. Umpire said play on. Newton tried to roll out of the tackle, brought down by Ellis. Laverty palms off Hall, gets one out the back. Tweedale just sands it in high for the black and white Army, and then Hayden spat it out to Melville. Squeezes one out the side. The pressure's high here. And then nice work from Jack Costello. Taking in Mapleson, the umpire to take it again. So we've got a stoppage. 40 out from home. Wangaratta Road end. Up it goes again. And then Jack Driscoll. Billy Glanville down low. Tried to shoot it out. Newton, he's playing a great game. To Jack Driscoll. Oh, wild bounce. Barrett comes in. Cam low and hard over the footy. Great work. Tries to tap it to the advantage for his team. Bennett, he wants the boundary line here. Fighting away with Young. Ball still in play. And now, oh no, umpire lets it go. Will it be locked away this time? Yes. A stoppage. Okay, Benny, a little scrappy.
Yeah, just didn't want to go out, did it, the ball? Just wanted to stay in play. But you can sort of feel this quarter's been a bit more of an arm wrestle. Like both sides really haven't got a lot of football on the outside. And it's been a great contest. I feel like both teams have had their looks.
Absolutely. Newton going after it. Picks up the footy. He's going to have to get rid of this. He's ducking and weaving. Oh, gee, I don't know about that. What's that for? Was that going too far? No, gee.
He just bounced it. I think that's a little rough.
Yeah,
I'm not sure if the umpire... It's almost, Sky, like the umpire didn't see the bounce.
Perhaps, because he did blow the whistle after he'd bounced the ball, so you could be right there, Lukey.
Yeah.
Stiff.
Okay. Just one of those situations. So Canberra's got the footy anyway for the Magpies. And at the moment, they lead by 8 points. So I reckon that message got to the ground scorers, Dan, because you had it absolutely perfect. Here's Cam Barrett. He's about to send it for home. So maybe a lucky free kick to the Pies. They get it through Cam Barrett to the Wangaratta Road end.
Yeah, good finish there by Cam Barrett. And Benny, we know all about him. He's a super player. He's probably having his best season in the black and white as well. Cam Barrett, and that's a little good little breather for Wang then.
Yeah, they needed it. Lavy definitely have lifted their intensity around the football and have been threatening. But, yeah, it was good for Cam to hunt the footy down. Don't get a lot of opportunities as a half-back flanker, so he's found himself in the right spot, man, and good enough to go back and slot it. So, yeah, I think we've had a really even contest this second quarter, and this game could go either way.
So the lead out to 14 points. Don't forget the halftime show too. Looking forward to that. Benny Tallarico, Dan Vaccaro, and Sky Burgess will be hunting around the huddles to see what she can find out. There's Bennett. This one going down towards the line, and it's gone out of bounds. Rightio, Dan, we'll grab those inside 50s now.
Yeah, so this quarter, Lavington have had the 10 inside 50s, and Wangaratta have had the 10 as well. So both very even this game.
And leading possession getter for each team?
Leading possession getter for Lavington is Jack Costello. He's had the 15 disposals. And for Wangaratta, I reckon it is Jackson Clark. He's at the 12.
Barrett, he sends it in again for the Maggies. Young down there with Bennett. Bennett fists it away. And then in the pocket, Hayden flicks it over his head. Costello pinched it. McNamara won it away and then sends it right down the line here. Hall bounces over his head. Di Sebastiano into Tweedale, onto Cam Barrett. He's getting involved. They come back towards the corridor in Oscar Roberts. Ducks back inside. Now what's he got on inside 50? Has a bounce. Breaks around. Or just gets the handball out. On the boot it goes. I reckon Dan Sharrock likes this. He doesn't like it. He loves it. He's kicked the goal. It's a steer line goal of the day. Now hang on. What's happened here? Is it going to be a goal? Benny, what's happened here?
I don't know. I'm quite confused as to what the argument would be.
So play stop. The umpires now calls the all clear. Righto.
Okay.
Well, I think they were arguing whether or not it was touched, but I think the umpire closest to the football didn't hear anything. So I think that's what Tommy Lockhart was just clarifying then.
Okay.
So, yeah, no, look, all off the back of Oscar Roberts taking the game on, driving his legs through the contest and setting up his team out really nicely then. So that was a great finish then.
Gee, Dan, talk about killing the moment.
I know, killing the moment. But at the end of the day, they got what they wanted. They just wanted to double check. I don't mind that. So I don't get impatient like a lot of the AFL commentators. BT usually hates going upstairs to the third umpire, but as long as they get it right, we're all good.
Very good. Here's Clark. Jackson. So the Maggies getting a run on. Half-time, not far away. Laverty head over the footy. Nicely done from Jack Costello. Spits it out the side to James Buchanan. So at the moment, 55 plays 35. The Maggies up by 20 points on the C&B Truck and Bus scoreboard. Working up towards the long break. They've gone close to 30 minutes the Club Mile Whaler. Second chapter, here's Bennett. Sky Burgess, Benny Tallarico, Dan McCarroll and Luke Francis with you at the Lavington Sports Ground on O&M Live, 102.1 Edge FM. Tweedale over the back. Here's Oscar Roberts. Bourdignon provides the shepherd. They want to go back towards the corridor. Barrett over his head. Cooper Hall handballs away to Costello. How many now, Dan?
Yeah, Jack Costello, he's up to 17 disposals.
Bevan back on the ground. Doesn't look good, but geez, kicked that well into Sedgwick. Sky's in trouble again. Bevan, he's still catching.
SS&A, this is your place.
All right. I love you. Have a good shift.
The all-new Nissan Navara, built for the grid shift.
What's your future look like? Where do you want to be? Whatever it looks like, with GoTAFE, you've got this. Get real skills for real jobs and careers right now. Search GoTAFE today.
The Ovens and Murray Football League is proudly sponsored by Opal. Thinking packaging? Discover Opal.
Explore where your new home begins. Discover our designs. Discover local land. Discover what's possible. Visit Sundancer Homes' new sales centre and showroom at 482 Kiowa Street, Albury.
I reckon I'll go mid. Carlton Dry 3.5. Embrace the mid.
No one celebrates life like you do. At Tobin Brothers Funerals, we're here to help you celebrate the life of your loved one, your own special way. Tobin Brothers Funerals, celebrating lives.
Adroit Insurance and Risk, your local insurance advisor, able to tailor insurance programs to support your business.
And we're proud to support our local community.
This goes out to all the athletes, the fitness buffs, and the huff and puffs. On your marks, get set. Find your perfect fit at the Athlete's Foot.
Yes, it's a very sunny Lavington Sports Ground at the moment, and we're at the half-time point here. Lavington Panthers 6-5-41 to Wangaratta 8-7-55. I'm joined here by Benny Tallarico for the Newmarket Hotel and Sky Burgess for Avis Wangaratta. We'll go to you first, Benny. Super entertaining half.
Fantastic half of football. Been really impressed with both sides. Wang, even when things aren't on their terms, they just still find a way to stay in games. I thought Lavi's dominance in that first quarter was second to none, yet they only found themselves up by a goal. So it just goes to show just how good of a system Wang are rolling at the moment. And like we touched on just off air, there's been a couple of forwards from both sides that have probably been pretty quiet to their standards, but still finding ways to kick goals. So I think it's that's a credit to both sides. And like Adam Schneider touched on in the pre-game, he'd be really happy with how Lavington are able to restrict Wang's ball movement. There have been passages where they've been really dominant here and there, but overall I feel like they've done a pretty good job to sort of stem the impact of the Pies. Have you seen things, Sky?
Yeah, I've got to agree. It's been great. I've been really impressed by the pressure really went up that second quarter, but yet at the same time both teams are showing so much composure, just their numbers, getting the ball out. We've seen so many players ducking and weaving and hitting a target out of the thing, so the skill level's been great. It's been great. I was really impressed with Lavi, how they're set up behind the ball. They were locking it in their forward 50 so much, and and like you said, then Wang got on, and it's just a really classy game of footy to watch.
Yeah, I agree. And the one thing I always talk about, what makes good teams great, or even average teams really good, is every single team has their game plan. Lavington had that at the start, and then they were hit with adversity, and they still bit back, and they matched the intensity and scrapped a little bit as well. I feel like a lot of teams, I guess teams that are developing, don't have that ability to, as soon as their game plan is beaten, Benny, and in the coaching front,
plan B.
They don't really have a plan B. And I felt Lavington went into damage control really well then. Wang probably could have kicked when that goal was getting taken out of that stoppage. I forget who kicked it. It looked to me that they were going to pile on another 3, 4, 5 and go into half-time 6 or 7 goals up. But instead, it's only 2 goals of difference. And that makes a huge difference for a team like Lavington. I think they're playing some good football.
Yeah, they certainly are. And I think it's another thing that Schneider's touched on was having those gears that they can go to when teams do get a run on. And I think it's inevitable when you play a good side like Wangaratta that they're going to have their swings of momentum and can be extremely damaging. But yeah, as you said, I thought Lavi were good enough to weather the storm and keep themselves back in it. Nico Sedgwick going back and kicking that one on the halftime siren was a massive one, and they only go into a game or into a break only 2 goals down. So I think if you were Lavington walking into today, you'd take that at halftime every day of the week. So it's going to be really interesting to see how the game pans out, because as we've already spoken about, Jace Heatley's someone who loves to throw the magnets around, change a few things up. So it'll be interesting to see what the approaches of both sides come after the break.
That's the voice of Benny Tallarico for the Wang Pump Shop. We'll go through some stats as well. Some big ball winners for Lavington. Jack Costello, he's been awesome. 17 disposals for him and a goal. He's just taken that VFL form straight back into the O&M. Billy Glanville, 14 disposals. Shawnee Driscoll's had the 10. I thought he's been super. Harry Wilson's been held really well. Only had the 6 disposals. Sam Stenning, he's only touched the ball twice.
Wow.
So he has he's been unsighted, but if he gets going in the second half, that could spell trouble for Wang. And Jack Glanville as well has had the 12 disposals. Jackson Clark, he's had the 13. Dan Sharrock has had the 10 and a goal. He's been super, Dan Sharrock. Brad Melville as well, he's had the 11. Tyson Young, he's had 4 disposals and he's kicked 3. He's a super player. Xavier Laverty as well. He's had the 5 disposals. And we'll quickly go around the grounds because there's obviously some other games going on in the O&M at the moment, some important games as well, and a couple of upsets could be brewing still at half-time here. So at Bunton Park, North Albury, 3-5-23 plays Yarrawonga 5-3-33. So they've come back. I think Yarrawonga were 30 and North Albury had yet to score, so they've come back well. North Albury.
We actually got some mail from that game. I think apparently Lee Williams and Michael Gibbons are done for the day, so Yarra are down to 2 on the bench going to the second half.
That's really hurtful. Obviously, Lee Williams has had his problems over the years, but gee whiz, Michael Gibbons, he just can't catch a break, that man, and feel sorry for him, whatever that may be. Will be reported as soon as possible on O&M Live. Cora Rutherglen, they're playing some pretty good footy, 5-4-34. Down now to Murderford 6-7-43, so Murderford have come back strong. Wodonga and Raiders seems to be living up to the rivalry finally. So Wodonga 4-6-30 to Raiders 4-7-31. So Raiders are just getting stronger each week. I reckon that's one of the feel-good stories of the year. I'll tell you what, they play Albury before the end of the season. Do you reckon anyone in that game will be going for Albury, with all due respect?
Jeez, you're making...
All right, let's move on.
Put us in a funny
Let's move on. And then the final game as well. Albury in front, actually. Wang Rovers 2-6-18 to Albury 3-4-22.
Wow.
So that's
there you go.
some good stuff there. Now, Benny, you're going to put your coaching hat on. If you're Lavington, how do you get back and how do you get in front of Wang in the second half?
I think a lot of it is off the back of what they did well defensively in the first quarter. So just trying to take those short kicks away from Wangaratta is probably the big thing. And I think other than that, I reckon probably for Wang, I think they probably need to try and open the game up a little bit more in terms of their one-on-ones, like we sort of touched on. I think they probably want to see a little bit more from Xavier Laverty. He's had a couple of moments, but I think he's been relatively well held by Rolly Costello. And on the flip side of that, I feel like from a defensive matchup, Lockie Di Sebastiano has done a really good job on the rooster to start this first half too. So I don't know. It'd be a matter of trying to inject some people into the game. Sam Stenning's been really quiet, only a couple of touches. I don't know whether or not you look to play him up onto a wing or get him around the football in some capacity.
Get him involved.
I know he's a really good runner, so getting him on the outside a little bit might help that. From Wang's perspective, I think they'd be pretty happy and pretty sound with how things are moving. Wouldn't be surprised if we see a little bit more of sort of... I wouldn't mind seeing Daniel Sharrock rest forward a little bit. I think he's got really good hands above his head. He can hit the scoreboard as well. So, but in saying that, they're probably managing his minutes coming back from an injury. So,
yeah, good call.
Dooley's been fantastic. But overall, I think both coaches are just going to want their players to maintain their intensity. I think the team that takes their foot off the gas, that's where some problems might arise. But it's been great to watch so far.
On the injury front, Sky, you've got a couple that have working...
him and then ended up taping him and sending him back out there. So it didn't seem too dramatic, but the fact that Lukey's seen him struggling again once he's gone back on, that might be one to watch whether he comes back out after half-time or not.
Looks like he's playing a little bit injured. That's the voice of Sky Burgess for Avis Wangaratta. We went through the around the grounds in the O&M. We'll get some AFL scores as well.
Please do.
We've got some invested interest here because Sky's Saints, they're playing some good footy against Sydney Swans. So St Kilda 74 plays Sydney 70. So it's tightening up there. And then my Hawks 67 to North Melbourne 56. So that's pretty close. And then the games to come today, this evening, I should say, Port Adelaide versus GWS at Adelaide Ovals, Carlton and Brisbane at Marvel Stadium. And then the Sunday ticket is Richmond versus West Coast. Won't be watching that game, I'll be honest. And then Gold Coast Suns versus Melbourne at the People First Stadium. And then Benny Tallarico's Bombers, Essendon face Adelaide Crows at Marvel Stadium. How do you reckon that's going to go, Benny?
Yeah, not good. I've got Jordan Dawson as my Supercoach captain, so that shows the hope that I have for the Bombers.
Yes, very much so. And then the games that have already been Thursday night, Geelong, too good for North Melbourne, too good for Collingwood, 25-point winners. And then at Optus Stadium, Fremantle Dockers 78 plays Western Bulldogs 41. I didn't watch a minute of that game, but the report was that it was one of the worst games of the year. Benny Tell?
It was. I think at quarter time, I don't think either team had kicked a goal. It was very, very defensive, and I think Beveridge came out after the game and said it wasn't by design that they played that sort of park the bus almost mentality like the Socceroos, but there were just so many numbers inside Freo's forward 50 to try and stop their key forwards from having an impact, but it didn't really help because, the damn wall broke, and Freo are just too good offensively to stop for that long. So, the Doggies, they're a little bit in no man's land at the moment. I don't know where they're going to go.
They live in no man's land, the Western Bulldogs, and that's a good wrap there by Benny Tallarico. We're going to go to the break because the umpires are coming out now, and on the other side, it's going to be the second half. And on O&M Live, you will not miss a thing.
SS&A, this is your place.
All right. I love you. Have a good shift.
The all-new Nissan Navara, built for the grid shift.
What's your future look like? Where do you want to be? Whatever it looks like, with GoTAFE, you've got this. Get real skills for real jobs and careers right now. Search GoTAFE today.
The Ovens and Murray Football League is proudly sponsored by Opal. Thinking packaging? Discover Opal.
Explore where your new home begins. Discover our designs. Discover local land. Discover what's possible. Visit Sundancer Homes' new sales centre and showroom at 482 Kiowa Street, Albury.
I reckon I'll go mid. Carlton Dry 3.5. Embrace the mid.
No one celebrates life like you do. At Tobin Brothers Funerals, we're here to help you celebrate the life of your loved one, your own special way. Tobin Brothers Funerals, celebrating lives.
Adroit Insurance and Risk, your local insurance advisor, able to tailor insurance programs to support your business.
And we're proud to support our local community.
This goes out to all the athletes, the fitness buffs, and the huff and puffs. On your marks, get set. Find your perfect fit at the athlete's foot.
FM.
Yeah, welcome back everyone to the Lavington Sports Ground, and we're getting ready for a big second half. At the moment, it is the Wang Magpies by 14 points over the Lavington Panthers, 8-7-55 to Lavington 6-5-41. Another stellar half-time show from Dan Vaccaro, Benny Tallarico and Sky Burgess.
Best of the year, Lukey.
Oh, easily. Dan.
Wow.
Could be the best ever. That's some of the emails that are coming in now. We've been inundated with emails and phone calls.
Good to see you keeping track of the emails during the game,
Just
Lukey.
incredible.
I think it's all spam, Luke.
Yeah, I think Andrew Moyer said the fax machine's running hot out the back, so it's just great news.
I don't mean to eavesdrop, and I also don't mean to take Sky's job on the boundary, but I did just overhear the ambience mic there. It seems like Squid Melville has been stepped on and has hurt his Achilles, so just watch that for us, Sky, if you are listening and out there on the boundary. But that is a massive loss for Wayne, because he's been super in the first half. He's had, what were his numbers? His numbers were 13 disposals, and I thought he was really strong.
Yeah, absolutely. And just recapping the leading possession getter for each team again, Dan, thanks to 40 wins.
Yeah, I've got Jack Costello down for 17 at half-time, and Jackson Clark, he's had the 15 as well.
And we've got Tyson Young with 3 goals. I think you said, Dan, he's had 4 touches.
4 disposals, 3 goals, Lukey. Quality over quantity.
That's the way. That's the way you want to do it. Third term is for Albury Wodonga MG. Here we go. Maggies and Panthers, what will happen in the second half? Knowles got it down low. Clark and Glanville. Knowles goes again. He's claimed by Jack Costello. And the umpire to take it in again. So Benny Tallarico, his special comments for the Wang Pump Shop. Here we go. And down again to Clark, so a repeat performance. Sharrock, then over the footy, Barrett, caught one around the chops from Sean Driscoll. Cam, he's 75 out from home. And now he sends it in. He's looking for Xavier Laverty, takes the mark. So he's been quiet in this game up until this point, Dan.
Yeah, he has. He didn't have a touch in the first quarter. He had 5 in the second. He grew into the game, and now he's got a set shot. So a really good persistence by Xavier Laverty, Benny.
Yeah, it certainly is, and I think it's been a great job by Riley Costello. On the flip side of that, he's been really, really determined in the way in which he's been able to hold Xav. So, yeah, this would be a great start for the second half for Lavington and go back and stop this.
This will get it back to a 20-point margin. We haven't got Xavier down for a goal as such. He'll put it on the boot now, sends it for home. That one's right. Will that one score at all? No. It's out of bounds on the full to the Hannah Street end. So the Panthers to get it back in the back pocket through Nick Newton. This guy played a great first half, Dan.
Yeah, he did. He was super off the half back. His run and carry was awesome. Harry Wilson didn't have a huge impact, but Nick Newton picked up the slack. So that's good that Lavington have a good enough list to be able to pass the parcel there.
Nick Newton sending it out towards the outer side. And Caden McNamara with the footy now. He wants to cut back inboard. This kick has to be on. Oh, gee, just to Wilson. Gee, it was daring, Benny.
It certainly was. It's paid off as well.
They angle back to the far side of the ground, and Charlie Sanson. Jack Costello wanted to share him back in the corridor. Now, Charlie's unsure what to do with this. Indecisive. He retreats back to Caden McNamara. And now they're going to come right back to Riley Costello, 20 out from home, Hannah Street end. To Bennett, so they're switching the footy to the broadcast side. They're in front of the Hartley stand at the moment. Back to Riley. So they're trying to shift the defence and find a way out. This one's gone back to Jack Costello. Man on the mark is James McClurnan. Jack's on the move now. He's going to go with the long one to the outer side here. Good contest. Bourdignon came out. Ball back on the turf. And the umpire to take it. Dan, those inside 50s for the first half?
Yeah, 25 inside 50s for Lavington. Wangaratta had the 22, so very close in that regard, Lukey.
And then Knowles jams it inside 50. Tilly, McNamara, nice work on this occasion. Chips it out wide, good footy to Jack Costello, who's just racking up the 40 winks, Dan.
Yeah, he's up to 20 disposals now, Jack Costello.
Lays it off to Newton down the far side of the ground. Jake O'Brien, good hands. Now, they've hardly got anyone inside 50. It's a one-on-one. Osterhoff and Di Sebastiano. Barrett hacks it out of defence. Oh, sticky fingers from Sharrock. Now he's got Clark on. I think Jackson's saying go shorter to Jet Roberts. Yep. So here we go. Now he's got the opportunity to go up the corridor. He's going to go wider to Laverty. Well done from Riley Costello. Just scragging in the contest and then wins it for his Panthers through Sheridan. Then off to Jack Glanville. Mapleson comes in. This guy's very dangerous, Jack. He turns around. He centres the ball back towards Tyson Young and Bennett. They're after the footy now. It bobs out the back. McClellan brought down. Jake O'Brien went without it. Young taps it to the advantage of McClellan. Kennett. McNamara's got him. And we will have a stoppage. It's a great competitive game of footy.
I'll tell you what, this is a coming-of-age performance by young Riley Costello on Xavier Lavington. He's doing an unbelievable job.
It certainly is.
And we all knew he had it in him, Dan, but you're exactly right. Today, he's just gone to another level. Here's Costello, Kennett, Jack Glanville, Mapleson. So if you've just joined us on O&M Live, the Pies, 8-7-55, lead the Panthers 6-5-41. That's on the Harvey Norman betting scoreboard. Third term for Albury Wodonga MG. Wilson charging back, losing ground. Now he sends it right out to the far side. They need a mark here. They've had to work early from the third term in defence. Sharrock on the boot, tumbling ball. Buchanan holds up again. They've been under high pressure back here though, Benny.
They certainly have, yep, and they're working it out nicely now.
So they need a mark forward of the halfway mark. And here's O'Brien, the man from Mount Macedon, Jake, and sends it right down the line now. Helicopter kick wasn't great. And that's bad footy. Here's Ellis wanting the corridor again. Newton takes the mark. Now they've got an opportunity. Good work to Nico Sedgwick. And he kicked a good goal in the first half. Well, the end of it, he might have two. He has. He's got another. A double for Nico. And the Panthers respond.
Yeah, that's just fantastic. He kicked the last of the second half and the first of the second. Oh, I bugged that up.
Great job, Benny.
But end to end, it was fantastic by the Panthers, and it was a really, really nice finish. Chose to play on, work around the body, and slot it through. So, yeah, Lavington, exactly the start that they wanted, and this is great football to watch.
Yeah, and what a great sort of two moments there from Nico Sedgwick right at the end of the first half. And then to start that second half, that brilliant football.
Sky, down to you for Avis Wang.
That was good. I tell you what, the Lavington crowd is small today, but they are loud. They are absolutely getting behind them and every good thing that they do. I will just quickly report, Dan, on what you picked up on Brad Melville from Wang's Achilles. He is getting taped by the trainer now, so it looks like he's not out of the game.
Jack Costello goes wide of the pocket, bouncing, ball out of bounds. Great work, Sky.
He's had 5 disposals in the opening 5.5 minutes, Jack Costello, so 22 disposals for him. He's super.
Yeah, he's got just a truckload of talent. And as Dan said a few moments ago, his brother Riley is probably having his breakout game today against Xavier Lavity, we'd have to say, in defence. So here's the boundary umpire. 35-40 around from goal. You run a road in. Di Sebastiano came off his shins. Knowles weaving through. A long one out. It's turned over though. Jack Driscoll takes the footy. 55 playing 47. Maggie's up over the Panthers on the Harvey Norman betting scoreboard. We're gone 6.5 for Club Mulwala in the third term. Jack Driscoll short to Charlie Douglas. So the build-up slow. He's trying to find a space inside 50. This one coming towards Sheridan, a floating ball. Oscar Roberts goes after it. Oscar, he's in trouble. Sheridan's got him. He's got him cold. Panthers play on. Billy Glanville. It's a wide ball. Oosterhoff's got to get himself in the contest. Nearly did. Sean Driscoll brought down by the Guernsey.
Great tackle.
Yep. And a good decision by the umpire. Knowles got him. And the ball's going to come back to Chris. So it's just a highly competitive game from both the Panthers and the Magpies. A great game in round 15, Benny.
Yeah, fantastic contest there. Great tackling on display.
Dan, we'll go around the grounds very shortly for Everton Farm Supplies. There's Buchanan to Newton. Short ball to Hall. Left foot, wobbly one. McNamara got a shocking bounce. Magpies trying to pick it up now. McClellan knocked it out of the pack. Newton picked it up though. Charlie Douglas fires a handball out wide. Jack Costello's got to try and beat Cam Barrett on this occasion. Now he's at the bottom of the pack. He reeled that one in. What will the umpire say? He'll take it. Rightio, Dan. We'll go around the grounds now.
Around the grounds at Button Park. Good game. North Albury 41 to Yarrawonga 39. Corowa 34 to Murderford 54. Wodonga 68 to Raiders 37. And Rovers 27 to Albury 30.
Sharrock, long ball to half forward. Riley Costello just edged Lavity under the ball. And now good work from Hayden to Kennett. Short one to Young. He's got 3 on the board and he'll be shooting for 4.
And it's just a tale of today. Lavie have dominated that time of possession in this quarter in their front half, and Wang are able to just go bang, bang, and then hit Tyson and Young out in the league. So, no, it's fantastic ball movement and by the Pies. But one matchup I just want to give a little bit of light to is Caden McNamara's got the job on James McLuhan today, and I think he's done a fantastic job. Like, Macca hasn't been cited so far, so he's doing a great role there for the Panthers.
Tyson Young kicking for 4 goals for the Magpies. 45 out, Hannah Street end. Pops it up. He doesn't miss too many. That one, is it coming back? Oh, yes, it is. That's 4 for Tyson. We'll put that down as a steer line goal of the day.
He's an absolute superstar, this bloke. He has kicked 4 goals from 6 disposals, Benny. So he's dominating. Whenever the ball goes forward, he just knows where the sticks are.
Yeah, a very, very damaging player, and hasn't really featured around centre bounce at all today. He's mainly played as a key forward.
Yep.
Yeah, which is, as I said, not what we expected when he signed over during the off-season. So, no, he's been a fantastic addition to their forward line, and he's a bloke that you do not want in a one-on-one matchup.
He can play the game, that man, Sky.
Absolutely. Guys, this is going to... Lavie need to come back, and Lavie need to score. We need to keep this a close game.
Yeah, you're right, Sky. They got to try and do what they can to keep themselves in this game, to scratch and claw. There goes Cook. Inside, Osterhoff. Here's their chance right here. 61 playing 47. So Tim just making sure of the mark there where Lockie Di Sebastiano was. What do you reckon, Benny?
I think he's definitely got the range. It's just going to be the accuracy this far out. So it'll be really, really interesting to see. He can't snap around the body from this far out. So this will test his set shot routine.
Well, Skybird just said it. They're just got to try and keep in touch here, the Panthers. They can't afford to let this game break open. Here's to Osterhoff from the 50-metre line. Urana Road in. On the boot, sends it. That one's sailing right. Also, standing, trying to get a run at it. Jet Roberts just thumps it out. Buchanan takes the mark. James has got it. He goes to Jack Costello. Good mark from Sedgwick. It wasn't intended for him. It was for Jack, but it turned out well.
Yeah, love the kick as well. Nice low penetrating ball into that hot zone area. And I think Sedgie's had probably 3 shots from the same spot this game. He's bobbing up in dangerous areas and making Wang pay on the scoreboard. So this would be a great return for him.
He's proving dangerous. He's kicked 2. This is for 3. 61 playing 47. Yeah, he's got it. There's 3 for Nico. The Panthers stay in touch with the Maggies.
Oh, they're not going anywhere, Lavie. Nico Sedgwick, hats off to him. He's just captured moments this game. He's had 3 massive moments, and he's capitalised on the scoreboard. So that's awesome work. And Lavington, they're still having the game on their terms. Like, they've had 7 inside 50s for the quarter. They're winning the inside 50. Their players are getting their hands on the ball, Benny. I feel like this game is played on Lavie's terms a little bit.
Agree. It just seems every time Wang go forward, they are able to get a goal, which obviously hurts Lavington. So Wang have been really efficient, but definitely time possession has gone Lavie's way.
And Sky, you got what you requested.
Absolutely. I think they knew it too, and they missed that first one, got the second one. It's just keeping the atmosphere alive down here at ground level.
Here they come again. So this one to Buchanan, off to Wilson. He's a great runner off half-back. Osterhoff, he's starting to warm to the task here in the third term. Barrett burrowing through. Umpire said he was held without it. So it's going to come right back to Cam on the half-back flank. 9-7-61 plays 8-5-53. The Pies up over the Panthers on the Harvey Norman betting scoreboard. We're in the third term. It's brought to you by Albury Wodonga MG. We're going 12.5 for Club Marwela. Cam steers one down to Tilly.
Been unsighted today, Tilly.
He has been quiet. Good size player, Aiden. He's about to steer one into Marjanovic. Had to get down low and took it. True centre wing. In front of a Donnelly stand here at the Lavington Sports Ground. And Braden. How did Young get free? In fact, it's Grossman. So he's calling for someone to lead at him. Now he goes for Tyson Young at the moment. Costello over the top. Stanning takes it in. His claim by Bordenyon. Umpire will take a 30 out from goal. Hannah Street.
I'll tell you what, he's been brilliant, Riley Costello. Like, he even knows when to leave his man and to impact another contest. He's going to be a super player.
Cook and Hayden in the ruck. Jack Lamble down low. Tried to get one out. And Lavity tried to break clear. He's taken out of bounds in the pocket. Sky, what's going on down there? Some screaming.
Yeah, I don't know. There's a lot of screaming and laughing out loud, but very obnoxiously. I don't know whether it's coming from the twos up the back there or...
I think it might be some of the thirds boys up in the balcony
there. There you
It
go.
reminds me of a DJ Skybo concert.
Well, it was like watching Jaws. It was a scream.
Tilly. Ball spits out the side. Oh, gee, Marjanovic down low. It's White Tide Tour it is. Down low there in the pocket.
Best name in footy, Lukey.
Oh, that's it, Dan. And in national sport and possibly global sport.
Wow.
White Tie Tour. Marjanovic feeds it out. Here he is, White Tie. So he got a goal in this game. Now he's in trouble here. He's all over it. Driscoll's got him. And we'll have a stoppage. Rightio, Dan. What's your best there thanks to 40
I don't know about me best, but I'll tell you what, Lavington are trying their best. And Jack Costello, 22 disposals and a goal for him. Just a recap of his game. He's just been super. Lavington's best player, and I reckon best player on the ground.
Yeah, good call. Now, going to get another stoppage here. DJ Skybo, you're out of action at the moment because you're not far off having a bub, but can we expect DJ Skybo back sometime next year maybe?
Do you mean as DJ Scabo or back on the call team?
Yeah, no, back as DJ Skybo.
No, definitely not. That's hung up for life now.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they were many good times. You've got to leave on a high, you know.
Oh, I love it.
It seems like Lukey has an invested interest in Sky's DJ work. Maybe get the decks out of the Christmas party.
I was just about to say, maybe O&M breakup, like once off.
Once off. That'd be unreal.
Yeah, I like it. What do you reckon, Benny? What would you sort of request?
Oh, no, I'm all about a good time, so why not? Let's do it.
Oh, fantastic. And White Tide brought to ground. So the score at the moment, 61-53. So it's very close here. It's tight on O&M Live in the third term. Now the ball up, bouncing out. Glanville up in the air.
That'll bring rain.
Here's Oscar Roberts. Sedgwick. He's playing a game. Tried to squeeze one out the side. Now he's over it. Glanville, he goes in. Sharrock, it's a little scrappy here at the moment. Intensity's gone up and Noel can get a clean possession away. And again, another stoppage. Rightio, Benny, what are your thoughts right at this minute for the Wang pump shot?
Well, I think the next 10 minutes is going to be crucial. I think if Lavy can get the next one, they're within 2 points. And I feel like the game's definitely closed up a little bit. It's not as open as what it once was. So I think every goal is going to be worth its weight in gold.
Yep. Dan, those inside 50s?
Yeah, so this quarter already, Lavington have had the 7 and Wangaratta have only had the 3. So, again, this game getting played on Lavy's terms.
And Mark's inside the arc.
Mark's inside the 50s. Lavington have had the 8 and Wangaratta have had 6.
Very good. McNamara taken down. So it's almost like a bit of rugby over there at the moment, bit of union. We've had stoppage after stoppage.
Yeah, it's crap. Make it better.
Yeah, mate, good point, Dan. I probably should have just summed it up like yourself.
Yep.
Fegan. Ball out of the pack. Here we go. This is what we want. Now, Grossman's taken the mark. Going to fire it back in wide here. Lavity tried to get a run at it. Ellis, can he break through? Left foot. High ball up and down here. Pack forming. Look at the players around the pill here. 25 out. Hannah Street end. Young. He sends it up in the air. Oh, gee, crashing down was Billy Glanville on his back. Lavity's at the bottom of the pack. Oh, the Costello's in there. There's a lot of players in there.
Bodies flying everywhere.
Gee, it hasn't been a pretty last 2 or 3 minutes. Okay, so the umpire to take it again. Let's see who can clear this ball from the contest. Hopefully, the pill can find its way out. Here's Marjanovic. No.
Well, I don't think it will, Luke, because Wang have got 2 spares set up directly behind the football right now. So even if Lavy are able to get a clearing kick, it's going to come straight back in.
Good call, Bernie. That's what you're here for. Holding free kick. This one is being paid to Aiden Tilly. So finally, we're going to break up the congestion.
I'm actually kind of pleased, to be honest. Because that congested, I'll tell you what.
It's pretty painful, wasn't it?
Yeah. Yep. And Aiden Tilly being unsighted today, Benny.
Yeah, and to Charlie Sanson's had the job today. I think he's done a fantastic job. We know how dangerous Tilly can be in the air, and I feel like Charlie's definitely had the better of that matchup today.
Aiden Tilly trying to kick the Wang Maggies' 10th goal today. He comes in, 35 out, he turns around, he loves it, Aidan Tilley. He's got it. 67 plays 53. The Maggies score here at the Hannah Street end.
Yeah, important goal and a good finish from Aidan Tilley, as we said, being really well held. But when the moment comes, you just got to take a chance, and he did that. So it's a good game, and again, it's been representative of the game so far. Like, Lavington have played the game on their terms, but whenever they've gotten a forward wing, they've made the most of their opportunities, Benny.
Yeah, I think the big thing in what Lavy are going to want now is they need someone to really step up, not only around the football, but forward of the football. And I'd be challenging Sam Stenning to sort of really inject himself into this game. Take a couple of big marks, hopefully kick a goal, and get the Panthers up and about again.
So Lavington not making any ground here in the third term. The first one of the third went to Nico Sedgwick. Nice. Tyson Young hit back. The next one again to Nico Sedgwick, and now Aidan Tilley for the Maggies. So they just can't take any ground off them. And Jake O'Brien takes the ball across the chalk. 10-7 plays 8-5. We've gone 19 minutes in the third, thanks to Club Mulwala. That was on the Harvey Norman betting scoreboard. Players on the far side of the ground, just left of centre wing. Panthers and Maggies, a lot around the stoppage here. Umpire comes in. Here he goes. He's about to hurl it back into play. Sends it up. Knowles up against Jack Driscoll. Jack got the best of it. Jack Glanville slipped over. Whiteside tour snuck it out the side to Jackson Clark. Left foot down the line. That one's out on the full. Am I seeing things? Jackson Clark
made a blunder.
Just kicked the ball out. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Wow.
On his oppo, so give him a little bit of grace there, but
he might be human, Benny.
Almost knocked someone out in the crowd.
Wow. Yeah, Sky, how are we going down there now for injuries? The injury report.
Yeah, good. Where is that up to? Melville's gone back out on the ground now. So he is running with a little bit of a limp.
Wow. Yeah.
But he is back out on the ground.
Yeah, so that's interesting. As Dan said at half-time, Achilles tightness for Brad Melville.
Got scooped through the ambience, Mike.
Yeah, we did. Here's Douglas. Charlie sends it back out wide. He's looking for Sheridan. He will get him. Here's Boston. There's 60 out defensively. Oh, that kick wasn't right for Jake O'Brien. Now, this is where the Maggies can really make you pay, Benny.
Yeah, they certainly can. And you watch, they'll squeeze the ground behind this football here and hopefully allow their forwards to have a nice open forward line. So, yeah, you look at how well they're set up. They know where to stand. They know where to position themselves. This is an extremely well-coached side that Wang Magpies are. 14
points in it, or a 3-goal margin. The Maggies up over the Panthers. That's on the Harvey Norman betting scoreboard. We're still in the third term at the Lavington Sports Ground. On O&M Live, this one coming to you through 102.1 Edge FM. Clark breaks away. Now, this is what we were saying. This is where they can make you pay very quickly. Good mark from Bennett. That's a ripper. An elite body and pate mark of the day. Comes out to Buchanan. They've got to make something out of this, the Panthers. They've got to string some footy together. There's Wilson. Osterhoff. Great work. Now, who's the next option? Tim looking around. Sends it into the corridor. Terrific kick to Jack Driscoll. Off to Jack Glanville. This is fantastic. Ordinary kick inside 50. Sammy standing and Barrett after it. Cam wants the line and gets it. That final kick just killed them there, Benny.
It did. It wrecked what was a really good build-up and a nice bit of transition play for the Panthers there. And as good defenders do, the boundary's their friend, and Cam was good, especially given that we don't play deliberate, so you can do whatever you want.
The voice of Ben Tallarico for the Wayne Pub Shop.
Maybe.
It's probably more controversial than not having it. And ball back over the chalk.
I think if they're going to do something, I don't mind the lasso rule.
I actually like the lasso
I think,
rule.
and especially across all grades, like when sometimes you struggle to get boundary umpires and whatnot, like I don't think it's a bad thing at all. Like just the last touch rule keeps the game flowing and opens it up.
I agree.
Okay, here we go. Back into play. Jack Driscoll and Knowles. Chris Knowles got a hand to it. Sharrock down low. Great work. Gets it off to Clark. Watch this. Loops it over the top to McLeod and then back to Clark. Now what's he going to do from here to Kennett? Under pressure from Newton. Good footy from both teams. Sky, again, not far from you downstairs.
Absolutely. That was great pressure by both teams. It's just full steam ahead at the moment.
Sky Burgess for Avis Wang downstairs. So still the Maggies up over the Panthers. 67 plays 53. Third term for Aubrey Wodonga MG. Good strong mark from Chris Knowles. Stands tall. Never says die, Dan McCarra.
No, he doesn't. And the other man that does as well, Jackson Clark, he's lifted again. 7 disposals in this quarter.
Chris Knowles thumps it down the line in front of the Hartley stand. Standing tall was Costello. Dropped the footy though. Jack goes again, picks it up. Melville tried to take him. Tilly, he's taken down. Super pressure. Gee, it's good to watch this game.
It is. It's a ripper game, Benny.
This is. We've been spoiled today, and both teams do not want to take a backward step.
So Wilson, now he's hemmed in. The Magpies have made sure of that. They're stacked up. So Harry's unsure what to do here. He just dumps it out. Long one. Standing at the front. Roberts, too easy. So Jet takes it. Spears one to Ellis. He's free. He's out. Here he goes, Fraser. Sends one out wide to McLuhan. Bounces before him. Billy Glanville after him. James, one way, back the other. Puts a high ball up. Down towards the goal square. Newton over the top. Players convene. Ball goes through for a minor score. So 68 playing 53. Maggie's up over the Panthers on the Harvey Norman betting scoreboard.
No, it's fantastic work then by the Panthers to get numbers back and kill that ball through, but just have not been able to penetrate the way in which the Pies have set up this ground. I think they've flipped the script and they're dominating territory at the moment, the Maggies, and Harvey just cannot seem to move the football out of D50.
We've gone over 24 for Club Mile Whaler in the third chapter. Pack goes up, Jack Driscoll. Now here's Sedgwick trying to pounce on the footy, does so. Nice one off to Jack Costello. Now he'll find someone, has a bounce. He's heading back towards the corridor. Look at that for vision. To Jake O'Brien. Now Billy Glanville's running for him. Goes to him now. Back to Jake. They need to take a mark inside 50. They send it down towards the goal square. Osterhoff over the top. Now he's back at bootlace level. Di Sebastiano, well done from Lockie, and Harry Smart concedes.
That's fantastic work then by Lockie. He's just a second effort there to fight at ground level and get the ball out. So it was great defensive work by the Pies then.
Sky, Jason Heatley pretty vocal down there.
No, that was not Jason Heatley. That was actually a Lavington runner. But we do also have Schneider's come down on the bench, which we don't see much of in this league. So he's down here and he's yelling instructions on the sideline.
Okay, my apologies to Jason Heatley. Here's Young, lays it off to Laverty, tries to get back inside. He's claiming a high tackle. I don't think he was taken high. That is a perfect decision,
That's
Dan.
great.
Yep. That's fantastic umpiring. He wasn't sucked into the high. And Ryan Costello, superstar.
And the umpires just said then, no mate, you went to your knee, you dropped your head. That's really, really well umpired. I'm a big fan of that.
Yeah, wonderful stuff. And what a last quarter we're in for on O&M Live. At the moment, it is the Wang Magpies 10-8-68, leading the Lavington Panthers 8-6-54. Stick with us. This is O&M Live. And remember, on O&M Live, you will not miss a thing.
SS&A, this is your place.
All right. I love you. Have a good shift.
The all-new Nissan Navara, built for the grid shift.
What's your future look like? Where do you want to be? Whatever it looks like, with GoTAFE, you've got this. Get real skills for real jobs and careers right now. Search GoTAFE today.
The Ovens and Murray Football League is proudly sponsored by Opal. Thinking packaging? Discover Opal.
Explore where your new home begins. Discover our designs. Discover local land. Discover what's possible. Visit Sundancer Homes' new sales centre and showroom at 482 Kiowa Street, Albury.
I reckon I'll go mid. Carlton Dry 3.5. Embrace the mid.
No one celebrates life like you do. At Tobin Brothers Funerals, we're here to help you celebrate the life of your loved one, your own special way. Tobin Brothers Funerals, celebrating lives.
Adroit Insurance and Risk, your local insurance advisor, able to tailor insurance programs to support your business.
And we're proud to support our local community.
This goes out to all the athletes, the fitness buffs, and the huff and puffs. On your marks, get set. Find your perfect fit at the athlete's foot.
Edge FM.
14 points in it at three-quarter time, and at the moment it is the Magpies leading 10-8-68 to the Lavington Panthers 8-6-54. It's been a great game of footy, and right now we'll go to Dan Vaccaro and pick up our Premix King quarters best for the third. Dan?
Yeah, well, it's been the best player on the ground, in my opinion. Jack Costello again, 7 disposals. He's had 24 for the game. He's an absolute super player. And for the flip side, Jackson Clark, 7 disposals for him that quarter as well. He's had 20. He's been Wang's best for mine, and both those players are superstars.
Very good, Dan. And very shortly we'll go around the grounds and pick up our scores for Everton Farm Supplies. And I understand a stunning score at the moment between the Tigers and the Rovers, Dan. What we might grab them now.
Yeah, we heard that right. So Rovers 27 to Albury's 44 at the moment. So Albury is staring down the barrel of another upset, and Wangaratta Rovers could be losing 2 on the trot, which is unheard of in this day and age. So very, very interesting there. And the other games, Wodonga are going to run away with it against Rovers 78 to 39. Corowa 40 to Myrtleford 73. Sorry,
Wodonga and Raiders.
Wodonga Bulldogs versus Raiders. Sorry, and then Corowa Rutherglen 42, Myrtleford 73, and North Albury 42 to Yarrawonga 60.
Beautiful. Rightio, we're about to head down to Sky Burgess for Avis Wangaratta. She's been doing a super job at Boundary Side today. Let's see where Sky's up to. Down to you, Sky. Have you got us?
I do. I just went over to the Wang huddle and had a little listen to Jason Heatley and what he had to say to his group. Obviously, overall, he was pretty happy. They're just talking about very fine tuning tweaks and things like just want some better composure to hit those targets by foot. Spoke a little bit about getting the rucks to really try to spike it and get it, 20 metres out, and so it's not that congested footy that we saw that quarter. And then I guess he just touched on that they're going to come out fighting, and he needs his team to run out the fourth quarter and really back themselves.
Super work, Sky Burgess. Benny, how do you see the final term panning out?
It could go either way, to be honest. I don't think the game's done by any means. So I think the start of this quarter is going to be really, really important. We know how dominant Wang can be when they get their tails up, and like we know, after last week, they can go away with it very, very quickly. So the challenge is to Lavington. If this can be an arm wrestle with 5 minutes to go, I'm almost backing the Panthers in.
Oh, very interesting. Okay, Dan,
I'm going to stick with my tip. I reckon Lavy have an upset in him.
Right. Okay, we like it here on O&M Live. Sky, what do you think?
I think that Lavy, it's taken them everything to stay in this game. I don't know whether they have that next level. I think Wang might get away with it. Okay, final turn for KFC. Grab some finger-licking chicken tonight. Here goes Billy Glanville inside 50. Hannah Street End. Jet Roberts and Nico Sedgwick. Di Sebastiano joins them. Jake O'Brien, Jet Roberts again. Handballs over the top to Hayden. Out they come to Ellis, working deep in front of the Hartley stand. What was that?
Jesus Christ. That's just an absolute stick. He just barreled it into his teammate's head there.
Friendly fire's on.
I don't know if it was friendly.
Yeah, wow. Sky, what do you think?
Oh, they had a bit of a giggle about it. I think that was a bit of a whoopsie daisies.
Yeah, that's it. No, we like it. Back into play on the flank. Knowles over the top. Mapleson claimed by Costello. McNamara, good mark, staring straight into the sun. Here goes Cade. Now he wants to send it into the corridor to Newton. Driscoll sails over his head. Another wasted entry. This time to Grossman, who's taken the mark. Benny, they just need a better kick inside that forward 50.
They do, especially when you've got time like that. Nuno had a lot more time to find a better option. Then you can't just go in unpressured and go to a direct turnover.
It's been the story of the day, hasn't it? Like Lavington have had so many entries and so many looks, and it's just sort of let them down. And it's probably on the back of Wangaratta's stingy defence as well.
Yeah, that's right. And Benny, you mentioned the time inside forward 50 for the Panthers versus the Maggies. We don't take that here on O&M Live, but you'd think the Panthers would nearly have spent more time inside their forward 50 than the Maggies.
Easily. Without a doubt.
Yep. Okay. Young. Oh, this guy's a star. He's got 4 on the board. This one would hurt at the start of the final term.
Yeah, they do so much good, Lavington, but they just don't get to see the reward for it. And Wangaratta just able to move the football down the wing and then find a target inside forward 50. And what a target Tyson Young has been, not only today but this year for the Pies. I think he's someone who's going to love September, and I wouldn't be surprised if we see him playing at this venue in a few weeks' time.
So we've got him down for 4, and he's shooting for 5. This guy can really play the game. That one won't make the distance. Pack forming. Tilly nearly snavelled it. Play goes on. Handles it out to Hayden. They get one back to Mapleson. Can he get free? No. Lockie Kennett. Gee, has he got someone? Gee, that was a smart kick to Jackson Clark. Terrific work from Lockie Kennett.
Just selfless. And I think that's the kick that all coaches would absolutely love. You're not kicking to a player, you're kicking to the space, and being a good, predictable teammate. Jackson Clark knew that that's where the football was supposed to go and was just best to react. So he could go back now and put one through for the Pies. And, yeah, not ideal for Lavington.
Dan Vaccaro asked Adam Schneider in the pre-game if he could take one player from the opposition team, who would it be? It was this man, Jackson Clark. So classy, 25 out, directly in front. Yeah, he's got it. He's got it and makes it hard for the Maggies. The Panthers not done with yet, but it makes it hard.
Makes it very, very hard now.
Yeah, it is. And Jackson Clark, what a superstar. He's really been the best player for Wang today. 21 disposals. He's kicked 2 goals, and he just bobs up when you need him. And that's what the best players do. So Jackson Clark, he's an absolute superstar.
And I think he's joined in good company with his other co-captain, and that's Michael Bourdillon, who's done a fantastic job all day down back. He's had the job on Sam Stenning for the majority of the contest, and I just feel like Stam unfortunately hasn't really entered into this contest at all.
Sky, how's our injury list looking now?
No updated changes, no further injuries, which is good. Most people that have been injured today have gotten taped up and gone back out, so nothing new to report.
Very good. Kennett, Lockie involved in that last play. A great assist to Jackson Clark. He's brought down here. 60 out from goal. You run a road overland. We'll go around the grounds again very shortly because, as Dan said, at 3/4 time, what a score with the Albury Tigers up over the Wang Rovers. Here's Tilly. Feeds it out the back to Cam Barrett. They load up again. This one going towards Young. Oh, he's nearly marked that. That actually hit the ground on the second attempt, but the umpires paid it.
Oh, my gosh.
This will be for 6. Runs around. That one. Is it going to come back enough? Oh, yes. He knows what he's doing, that man. That's a steer line goal of the day, and half a dozen to Tyson Young.
He's a superstar. He's kicked 6. He's had minimal touch. He's had 7 disposals. He's had 8 disposals, and he's kicked a bag. So that is awesome work there, and around the ground scores as well. So Wang Rovers 33 plays Albury 46. So still hanging in there, Albury, and that's really the closest game. The other ones are all going to finish in the way that we thought.
Very good, Dan. So the Maggies get away in the final term, as they did last week versus Yarrawonga. So it really is over to the Lavington Panthers Football Club to see if they can inch their way back into this one. Tweedale, big fist. Clark, Marjanovic down low. Jack Costello, guess who? How many's he had, Dan?
Yeah, Jack Costello, he's had 25.
Thanks to 40 Winks.
Been huge.
He has. Final turn for KFC. Ball bobbing out. Tweedale, the big man, taken down by Sean Driscoll. Slightly left of the centre.
Shawnee Drizz, he's had a quiet second half. He had 1 disposal in the third quarter. He had 10 at half time. He's only had 11 and in the second half, 1 disposal.
12-8-80, plays 8-6-54. Maggie's up over the Panthers on the border switchboard scoreboard. Final term, Jack Driscoll. Panthers smack bang in the centre of the Lavington Sports Ground on their home turf. Billy Glanville, great delivery to Sammy Stenning. He's been quiet today.
2 disposals.
So he'll have a shot here. He'd have to kick it every bit of 55 to 60, Benny.
He certainly will, yeah. It'd take a big kick from there, but as we said, you just got to take your moments. It might not be your day, but if you got your moment, you got to stand up.
Here goes Sam. 55. He puts it on the boot. It's a good effort. Well done from Tweedale. It's probably one man on the ground that could get a fist of that, given how tall he is, and Tweedale knocks it through for a minor score. So we get a quick kick out from the Maggies. They send it out to Smart, to Ellis. Here goes Fraser. 20-metre kick to Jackson Clark.
Superstar.
He is. How many's he had, Dan?
Jackson Clark, he's about to have his 22nd now, and he's kicked 2 goals, Lukey.
Yeah, standard game for him, isn't it?
Yep.
Unreal. Down the line he goes. 40-metre kick. Oh, well done from Tweedale. So he was at one end. Now he's got right up on half forward. Terrific running. Now Laverty's favoured by the kick and got taken off the footy. Free kick. So if Laverty kicks this, it will be mighty hard for the Panthers, Benny.
Yeah, they'd have to go on a serious run to turn the table here. So, yeah, as we said, and what we've been so familiar with this year is Wang just have that extra gear that a lot of sides don't have, unfortunately, and the only team that has had it is probably the Wang Rovers, who are going for their 3rd in a row. So they're in some pretty good form, the Wang Magpies, and they probably, you could argue that they don't have one of their best players in Joel Stevens playing today. So
yeah,
it's a pretty scary prospect for the rest of the finals mix.
Certainly is. So they lead by 25 points at the moment. This would get it out to 31 and a 6-goal margin. Xavier Laverty shooting from 30 out, slide angle. You run a road end, and he has put it through. And the Maggies, no he hasn't. Ooh, okay, it's a behind.
Yep.
Well, he was celebrating like
straight across the face. I think he tried to con the goal umpire, which is strange because it clearly went through the points.
The old con job.
Yeah,
it's gone out the back by the looks of it.
Just an update for you guys while we've got a second. Wangaratta's Brad Melville, he has come off the ground again and he's taking his boot off. He's now getting iced. So obviously that Achilles did not hold up and he's out of the game now.
Okay, Sky, so well done. Been right on top of that. And we had Drew Bevan picking up a hamstring injury as well for the Panthers. Newton's waiting for this ball to come back. Dan, we might have enough time here to... We're actually got enough time to go home, mow the lawns and hang the washing out.
And then give you around the grounds. So North Albury 49 to Yarrawonga 61, so they're going to get the job done. Cora Rutherglen 53 to Murderford 79. They're going to win Mert as expected. Wodonga as expected 91 plays Wodonga Raiders 45. And then the game that's not going as we expected, Wang Rovers 4-10-34 plays Albury 6-10-46. They could hold on and Rovers could succumb to 2 losses on the trot bench.
Yeah, wowzers.
That would be massive. 2nd versus 9th.
Can they lose 2nd?
Well, I'm not sure. We'll have to check that. Here's Grossman winding up. Got hands to it. Osterhoff going after the footy. Di Sebastiano has just worn him like a glove today.
That's probably where we had this discussion earlier about deliberate. That's probably where it works, doesn't it? Because he just walked that out of bounds without a whole lot of pressure.
Yeah. Okay. Boundary umpire with it. Dan, how are your Hawks going down in Tassie?
We won 16 points.
Over North?
Over North.
And the Swans in St Kilda?
Swans ran away with it in the end. 19-point winners.
Okay. Tweedale brought down. Just left of our broadcast spot. Getting pretty vocal down there, Sky.
They are. The intensity in this game is really good. It's like, I know the scoreboard's starting to stretch out a little bit, but, you know, it's still really high pressure. The benches are into it. It's great.
Hayden goes forward. Right on the 50-metre paint. McNamara taken across the line. Will have a boundary throw-in. So 12-9-81. The Maggies up over the Panthers 8-7-55. That's on the border switchboard scoreboard. We're in the final term. We're going 10.5 for Club Mulwala. Boundary umpire coming into play here. He's about 10 metres in. He's going to send it back. Jack Driscoll and also Josh Tweedale are going to be in the ruck. Here they go now. Tweedale front spot. Sharrock trying to get away from Jack Glanville. Ball clamped in. So 55 out from home. Yeah, we've hit August, hey? Hard to believe. Beautiful day at the Lavington Sports Ground. 16 degrees. Sun shining. There goes Charlie Douglas turned over. Oscar Roberts tries to evade. Tumbles it down the line. Smart kick in the end. And Mapleson sees it out, Penny.
He does. And I think Jack's actually had quite a good game today. I don't think he's been as noticeable, but he's done a lot of things on the outside and just got his hand in where he's had to. So, yeah, I think Wang will be very happy with some of the recruits and what they've been able to produce today.
Knowles edge Jack Driscoll under the ball. This one heading down towards Tyson Young territory. Bennett jams it on the boot, just gets it out of trouble. Driscoll takes the mark. Now, they've got to go at a controlled pace here. The Panthers into Billy Glanville. Long one. Now he's looking for Tim Osterhoff, who's had to work his way right back. Gee, that was a good kick. And great running from the Rooster. He's just got to have a shot, Bernie. He can't afford to lay it off.
No, Wang have got numbers back there, so I don't think there's any point trying to pin something off a little bit closer. I think he's got the range here. It's just the question of the accuracy. And yeah, this is a must kick. If he doesn't kick this, it's game over.
So Tim Osterhoff with the Lavington hopes around 15 riding on his shoulders. Really has to put this through for his footy club. 81 playing 55. Tim puts it up. He's got a lot of air in it. It's right on the line. It's a great kick. It's a terrific goal. A steer line goal of the day from Tim Osterhoff.
That's his second for the day. Look, I think it's been a great matchup between him and Lockie Di Sebastiano. I'd probably give Lockie the points for today. I think he's had his fair share of one-on-one tussles with the Rooster, and I feel like he's been able to break even on most. So great effort then by the Rooster to find a way to hit the scoreboard. But I feel like Lockie's done a great job defensively.
Yeah, he has, and not over yet. There's only 13 minutes gone, so there'd be at least another 10 minutes, you'd think. So Lavington not out of it. And then around the grounds as well, Rovers now 40 to Albury 46. So it's getting very tight in that game.
Yeah, they never lay down the Panthers. It's just whether they've got enough class to go with the Maggies and just peg them back and then work their way to the front. Here's Tilly, front spot against Sanson. Tilly trying to keep the ball in, and the ball has gone out of bounds. So 35 to 40 around from goal. Urana Road end. We'll have a boundary throw in. 81 playing 61, so it's back to a 20-point margin. In the final term, we're gone 13.5 for Club Mulwala. Ben Tallarico, Dan Vaccaro, Sky Burgess, Luke Francis at the Lavington Sports Ground. Hope you've enjoyed the action today on 102.1 Edge FM. Here we go, back into play. Cook to Sharrock. Try to get a low ball out. Then over the top, Tilly. Here's Mapleson. Could he do something special from here? That one going towards the line. A good effort. Mark taken by Bennett. And here he comes, Alex. Gee, you've only got to have a look down there, Benny. I mean, Alex Bennett's a great defender, but Tyson Young has kicked 6 goals on him.
Lucky he didn't make contact then.
Okay, half forward for the Panthers, half back for the Magpies. Ellis sits under it. Sedgwick came over to make a contest of it. Roberts. Here's Jack Costello. Spins around. How many, Dan?
Yeah, Jack Costello. He has had 27.
Sharrock brought down without the footy.
28, sorry, Lukey.
Very good, Dan. Thanks to 40 Regs. Bit going on down there, Sky.
It was, but that was very well adjudicated. Oh my gosh, guys, help me out. Adjudicated.
There you go.
Oh, I'm freezing up in the cold down
Ironically,
here.
you said educated.
Well, yeah, I meant that.
Here goes Kennett. Long ball towards Tyson Young. Nui marked it again. Bennett, Young. Oh, Bennett's got him on this occasion. Good work. And holding the footy. It's been a great tussle. Here's Alex. Back to the goal square. Picks up Harry Wilson. So they need everything to go absolutely right from here, the Panthers. And you just feel like it's not going to happen. Out wide to O'Brien. Wide side to her. Man's the mark. 12-9-81. Plays 9-7-61. On the Border Switchboard scoreboard here. Final term. It's for KFC. And Sean Driscoll on the far side. Backward of centre wing. Gets around the man on the mark in Harry Smart. Good work. Just trying to create something. They have to. And then sends it up towards the 50. Bourdignon spins around, spits it out the back. Oscar Roberts breaks a tackle. Ooh. On the boot hurriedly. Buchanan dropped the footy. Coming in with Sharrock. Laverty pinched it away. Over the top to Kennett. Back to Sharrock. They're coming through the corridor. Left foot. And this one to the advantage of Oscar Roberts, who breaks away. Sends it for home. Has he got it? No. It's to the left. It's a minor score. 82 plays 61. Maggie's up over the Panthers on the Border Switchboard scoreboard.
Around the grounds, that game at WJ Finlay Oval is still 6 points of difference. Rovers 5-10-40 plays Albury Tigers 6-10-46.
Gee, how about that?
Huge upset.
It would be massive. Here's Wilson, out wide to Glanville, spits it back to O'Brien, into Hall. And they go back inside. Good running from Wilson. Has a bounce, now he's gone. So he had to try something. Now he's injured, he's down. Clutching at his shin. I think he's okay. Just taking his time to get up. Tilly, back down the line. Hall steals it, so he's on the run now. Now what's he got forward of the footy here? Panthers have got to scramble back because they're all trying to defend. Now they're in offense. Oh, what a mark from Di Sebastiano. How did he do that? He reeled it in one-handed, Benny.
Yep, that's fantastic. He's got some tricks as well. Lockie, I'm sure he's letting Rooster know all about it.
An elite body and paint mark of the day from Lockie Di Sebastiano. Now Grossman feeds a handball out to Ellis. And he tries to chip it over the top. Charlie Douglas got a hand to it. Ellis recovers. Long to Laverty, who got a shocking bounce. Riley Costello taken to ground. Laverty, that was
not needed.
Completely unnecessary.
That's probably his frustrations from getting the bar from Riley Costello today. Xavier Laverty.
Yeah, I think you're about right there. 12-10-82 plays 9-7-61. Final turn for KFC. Left of our broadcast spot, Knowles. Look at that. To Sharrock. Spears one in. Now, Sharrock and Buchanan going on with it. Into Young again. This guy is just unreal. He's got 6. He's going to be shooting for 7.
Yeah, you can't do much more than if you're Alex Bennett. It was a fantastic kick to lead. Dyson didn't have to have a break stride and has taken a nice mark out in front. So, yeah, I think he's feeling worse for wear there. I think he felt the full weight of Bennett in his back as that contest hit the ground. So,
just quickly, guys, Albury 12 points up against Rovers.
Wow.
Yeah, that is massive. In the meantime, Tyson Young shooting for his 7th major this afternoon. He's put on one of the performances of the year in the O&M from limited touches. Here he goes, Tyson. Sends it up. That one's sailing right. Mark taken. Yeah, Aiden Tilley's taken the footy. So the Maggies, in any case, might kick a goal anyway. Aiden, will he run around on the left? He's looking to do so at the moment. They're just setting the mark here. Umpire wanting the spacing right. Aiden Tilley, 82 playing 61. This would be virtually good night. And the Maggies have got it through Aiden Tilley. So 88 plays 61. And the Maggies are home at the Lavington Sports Ground.
Yeah, you said it perfectly there, Lukey. The Maggies are home. They have been fantastic. They've been met with a bit of adversity today. I thought Lavington have been so brave. I don't think they could have done any more than what they've done, Lavy. They really controlled large parts of the game. They got their entries, but Wang just had too much class. And Tyson Young's probably representative of the day he's had. He's only had 8 disposals and he's kicked 5 goals. So he's an absolute superstar. I thought he's kicked 5.
He's kicked 5 or 6? He's kicked 5. My apologies.
And he's just been awesome, but quality over quantity, Lukey, and that's exactly what Tyson Young's done today.
Yep. Yeah, he's kicked half a dozen. There you go. Okay. Tweedale out of the ruck. Sedgwick missed it. Clark. In they go. Here's Boston Sheridan breaking away. Out wide to Jake O'Brien. So they won't lay down the Panthers. They won't be good enough today. Wang just a class above, but they play some good footy, and they've got a lot to look forward to. Hall, good mark from Roberts, just cutting off the lead. So we're going over 20, final turn for Club Mulwala. 13-10-88 plays 9-7-61 on the Border Switchboard scoreboard. Benny Tallarico for the Wang Pump Shop. Dan Vaccaro on the 40-week stats, and downstairs is Sky Burgess for Avis Wang. Into the centre, Tamar Janovic. Here's Braden. Tyson Young has got a lot of leading room at the moment. He's heading back towards the goal square. They come this way to Bourdagnon. Michael, 70 out from home. And in he goes now to Tilly. One-on-one with Sanson. Ball bouncing, rolling. Mapleson sees it across the line. We'll have a boundary throw-in.
How's in the Wodonga Bulldogs versus Raiders game? Huddy Garoni obviously out with an AC joint injury. Cooper Garoni has bobbed up and kicked 4.
Hey,
so there you go.
How good.
The Garonis proving a real handful this year. Back into play, Jack Driscoll, Sedgwick, Newton. And he's just taking them on now. Good player, this guy. Really has got a motor. To McNamara. Yeah, and good hands too from Caden in front of Tweedale. Now, he's trying to pick out a Panther. That one's smothered. Ends up in the hands of Sedgwick, who's played a fair game for the Panthers. I think he's got him down for 3, haven't we? And then this ball heading towards the chalk. Di Sebastiano. He's played a game.
Good.
He's been fantastic. Look at this follow-up play. He's going to hit a target too. To Mapleson. Held his ground. A great mark. Now they've got some speed on the pill. Here goes Ellis. What's he got on Fraser? He's going to hold it up. So at the moment, the Maggies safely home in round 15 to Sharrock. Over the top to Mapleson. Yeah, it's one or the other. Yeah. So he overran the mark there. There was no 50 paid. He was allowed to come back. Sanson tries to chop off the forward entry. Breaks away. Nicely done from Charlie. Out wide to Sean Driscoll, who takes the footy. So they've just broken down across half forward today, Benny.
They have. Wang are just so disciplined with how they structure up, and they're always able to generate a spare in that sort of zone. So it's been really, really good defensive work by them.
Ulsterhoff and Knowles. He's trying to break through. Di Sebastiano again concedes.
Does he get in the votes today, you reckon, for the MVP?
Great
He'd
question.
Have to.
I think he has to.
Yeah.
Yep.
Maybe a player of the day if you really want to be daring.
So stick around for that, our Rebel Fitness Blower of the Day. I think we've got a clear leader at the current time, but...
Who would that be?
Oh, I was going to say Tyson Young.
Yep. I was just testing you.
Yeah. No, thanks, Dan. It'll be the first time I've got it wrong, I know that. Here's Grossman to Roberts. Back pocket. Broadcast side. Hannah Street end. Here's Jet. Usually plays him along sleeves and he swings it back. So they're stat padding here in the final turn.
The argument I'll put forward for Lockie Di Sebastiano is I think the only way Lavington win this game is if the Rooster kicks a bag.
Yeah, 100%. No, I think there's a good argument there, but...
Billy Glanville has a shot, and that one's across the face.
Yeah, Tyson's been good. Jackson Clark's been really good today across all 4 quarters. What's he up to on the stat sheet?
He's had 23 and 2. Been super.
Sky, what's the action been like on the benches downstairs in the final term?
It started to die off a little bit now, but previously, the vibe was still really great. Adam Schneider's been down here coaching from the sideline this whole quarter, so, they're really getting into their players. The benches have been great, but, yeah, definitely starting to quiet down now. I think they've also got that feeling that you guys have said the game's about gone.
Yeah, that's right. So the Maggies will get home here very shortly. We'll go to Dan and he'll give us the other game scores because there's a huge one developing at the Albury Sports Ground between the Tigers and the Wang Rovers. He's smart, out wide, gets it over the top to Hayden. Douglas going after the footy for the Panthers to Cook, to Billy Glanville, to Sedgwick. Mapleson might have him, McLuhan. Mapleson goes again. And holding without the ball, free kick. So Nico Sedgwick has played a pretty handy game for the Panthers, Dan.
Yeah, he has. He's kicked 3 goals and he's eyeing off a fourth. He's been really important.
Stabs it in for Jack Glanville, misses him. Okay, Dan, we'll go around the grounds for Everton Farm Supplies.
And it just came through then, all over at WJ Finlay Oval. Albury beating Wang Rovers 40-52. Rovers have lost 2 on the trot, and Albury finally respond from a poor season.
How's that?
Huge.
Massive.
And I said at the Albury Sports Ground moments ago, yes, as Dan said, that one at WJ Finlay. Crazy.
3 games completed was that one. Wodonga victors over Raiders 94-54 and Yarrawonga 63 winners over North Albury 49.
And back here at the Lavington Sports Ground, it's the Maggies up 88-63. So 13-10 plays 9-9. We're gone 25.5 for Club Mile Whaler final term. Jack Driscoll short to Charlie Douglas. So they don't lay down the Panthers, but they've just been outclassed this afternoon, as we expected. The Maggies just in super form. Ulsterhoff brought down. And the Magpies will get a defensive 50, Hannah Street end through Michael Bourdagnon. Benny, what's your overall thought of today? What are you taking out of this one?
I think as good as Wang's lineup is, I think their system is what really helps them up when they're challenged. And I think defensively, like we said, yes, they've got the players, but it's how well they just get back to help. It's how their wingers move. It's how their mids work. Everything. I think they've got a great combination of a talented list, but a really well-coached side that has a really strong system too. So they're ticking all the boxes, the Pies, and that's why I feel like they're my favourites.
Yeah, they're guided so well, aren't they, by Jason Heatley. In the meantime, Cooper Hall's gone into Tim Ulsterhoff. We've got him down for 2, haven't we, Dan? The Rooster?
Yep, the Roosters kicked 2, and
so he's got 52 on the Doug Strang leaderboard for the year. This would be for 53. But the Magpies, regardless of what happens here, will get home today. It's been a super win at the Lavington Sports Ground in round 15. Tim Ulsterhoff taking his time with this one. He'll have a shot at the Hannah Street end. He'll strike the footy from about 45 out. Usually gets some height in them. He has on this occasion too. And he's kicked 3. So well done to the Rooster this afternoon. But in the end, it was the Wang Magpies 13-10-88, beating Lavington 10-9-69 here at the Lavington Sports Ground. So Dan Vaccaro's just scooting away from the box. He'll duck downstairs and meet Sky Burgess on ground level. Benny, that was another great win to the Maggies.
Yeah, fantastic. And like we said, they were challenged, and Lavington were fantastic in patches, but just weren't consistent enough to match the might of the Pies. And as we touched on before, they are just incredibly well drilled, and they, across all lines, they've just got match winners. If it's not Tyson Young up forward, it's Jackson Clark in the middle, and you could rattle off a number of names in their back half. So a very well-rounded team, a very disciplined side, and they showed today that even when challenged, they're able to come away with a win.
Absolutely. So Tyson Young, he didn't have that many touches at all. I think we had him down for less than double figures, but he ended up with 5 goals. Yep. He's an amazing player.
He certainly is, and as we spoke about earlier on, he came as a contested mid. I think he was averaging north of 30 in the Astro District League, and he just decided, you know what, I think I might be a key forward. And,
yeah, why not?
He'd be close to 30 goals in the season now, I reckon, Lukey. He's had a fantastic year for the Pies, and I think a lot of these recruits, not only Tyson, but I think Jack Mapleson, they're really going to benefit from the finals like football. A lot more open play, a lot more one-on-one contests, and Tyson would have to be probably one of the worst matchups from a defender's point of view in a one-on-one situation. He uses his body so well.
You're right about that. So just picking up the 1050s and peering down, And Sky and Dan are trying to pluck out their player of the day right now. Looks like they got Jackson Clark. Let's head down to Sky Burgess. Yep, with Jackson Clark. He's just getting his photo taken, Sky.
We are. Photo's the priority. We've got to get out for social media, or Panda will be honest. But I've got him now. Mate, well done. That was an absolutely ripping game to watch. I know that they kept coming at you, especially in that first half. What was the chat coming into today's game like? What was the game plan?
Yeah, obviously we knew they was being super strong. Obviously playing at home, they've been really good. So I think the main thing was just to stick to what we do really well, because we know it sort of stacks up. So that was the main thing. Obviously a few weeks ago in the season, just get some momentum going to finals.
Yeah, they had a lot to fight for today, and you guys held up really well against that. I mean, sorry, I thought I heard my name then. I just freaked out. No, you guys played well today, and like I said, you kept fighting, you kept playing for it. Well, how does it mean? Like 3 weeks out from finals now, what are you guys doing moving forward to focus on? Like, are you 1 week at a time, or are you kind of starting to think about that long term player management?
Yeah, I still think we're definitely 1 week at a time. Obviously, with the way the ladder is at the moment, like we can still nearly finish on top. So that's that little carrot. But I think the main thing is just John, so that we're come finals, we're ready to go. And we showed that last year that we got really blocked going into finals. And yeah, I'm getting the wrap up, so I better go. So.
I'll let you get there and enjoy it. I'll follow you in and get the song.
Awesome. Thanks so much.
Very good. Sky Burgess downstairs with our Rebel Fitness Player of the Day. Surprise, surprise, Penny. Jackson Clark wins one.
No, he was fantastic. I thought he was the most consistent contributor across the 4 quarters. Not only damaging around the football, but yeah, being able to bob up forward and be a really strong target there for the Pies, and leading from the front as good captains do. So now, as I said, they've got stars everywhere. The Pies, they're spoiled with their lineup.
Well, that's the thing. You just can't tie them all down, can you? You can tag 1 or 2, but it's all to no avail, really, because someone's going to bob up and hurt you. I mean, look at Lockie Di Sebastiano's game today. I mean, he's not a pretty player, but he just gets the job done, doesn't he, Benny?
He certainly does. I think he's just an old-fashioned footballer and a really good defender, because the number one priority for a defender is beat your opponent, and that's what he does. And I think, he's scraggy would be a good way to put it, Lukey, in terms of how he moves and whatnot, but he's just a fierce competitor. And I think that's why Jace would probably love coaching. And why he's probably earned the respect of his teammates so quickly is how he goes about things. He just does not want to get beaten. He's a very honest footballer, and he's been a fantastic addition to the Wang Magpies backline this season.
Very good. So Sky Burgess, who's been on the boundary, is going to head into the Maggie sheds for Avis Wang, and hopefully we can catch the song. But Benny, what about that? The Albury Tigers getting up this afternoon over the Wang Rovers and doing it on the Wang Rovers home turf. So the Rovers dropped 2 on the trot. Wow. 1 to the Wodonga Bulldogs 7 days ago, and today to the yellow and black.
Well, no one picked Albury, and I don't, from our tipping perspective, but I don't think anyone would have seen that coming. Albury have been well and truly out of form, and there wasn't really anything different in terms of from a selection point of view. So clearly what the coaches have prepped them for, they were able to go out and execute and show some real desire, and it gives them a little bit to look forward to going into next season. I think this is what they want to try and find back end of this year, is find some positivity, and they've definitely done that. That's an enormous upset. No one saw that coming.
For sure. Now, Benny, we might see if, what do you reckon, Dan? You've just come up to the box. We might go to a break. Yeah, very good. So today it was the Maggies getting up over Lavington at the Lavington Sports Ground, and they did it in fine fashion. Okay, back with hopefully Jason Heatley. We'll just see how we go here on the post-game show. The coach of the Wang Magpies. In the meantime, this is O&M Live, and remember, on O&M Live, you will not miss a thing.
SS&A, this is your place.
All right. I love you. Have a good shift.
The all-new Nissan Navara, built for the grid shift.
What's your future look like? Where do you want to be? Whatever it looks like, with GoTAFE, you've got this. Get real skills for real jobs and careers right now. Search GoTAFE today.
The Ovens and Murray Football League is proudly sponsored by Opal. Thinking packaging? Discover Opal.
Explore where your new home begins. Discover our designs. Discover local land. Discover what's possible. Visit Sundancer Homes' new sales centre and showroom at 482 Kiowa Street, Albury.
I reckon I'll go mid. Carlton Drive 3.5. Embrace the mid.
No one celebrates life like you do. At Tobin Brothers Funerals, we're here to help you celebrate the life of your loved one, your own special way. Tobin Brothers Funerals, celebrating lives.
Adroit Insurance and Risk, your local insurance advisor, able to tailor insurance programs to support your business.
And we're proud to support our local community.
This goes out to all the athletes, the fitness buffs, and the huff and puffs. On your marks, get set. Find your perfect fit at the athlete's foot.